Hello, welcome to Build Up to a Good Game. It's an hour and 5 minutes away from kickoff as Arsenal take on West Ham United. One team aiming to go back to the top of the Premier League, another team aiming to go back into the top six. Gonzo, how is oneself?
Yeah, good, mate. Looking forward to it. How about yourself?
Not looking forward to it.
Okay.
I was actually. I've been looking forward to it all day, actually. But the early team news, the unofficial team news, is not encouraging. It's got me downbeat a little bit, truth be told, Gonzo. It's made me a bit. I'm going to try and remain positive, and the official lineups will come out in 5 minutes, so it could be wrong, but it's yet to be wrong. So I expect it to be right, and if it's right, then I'm a bit. But
yeah, well, we just listen. I don't know what it is. And what I mean by that is I haven't even seen the leaked team, so and that's just how I like it before a match build up. I switched the chat off for the first 5 minutes of the video, so and I like Geo to tell me and inform me what the lineup is going to be. There's an opportunity there, though, and I would imagine if it is not what we would consider to be a full strength team, then it would surely be because of injury or something like that. It would be, I would imagine, forced upon him. If that's the case,
kind of.
Okay.
Kind of. Without giving away too much, what I will say is it's forced upon, but I think there's better options.
Oh, okay.
So it's a bit like you said, oh, could I have some skips? I'll say, skips are unavailable. And you say, oh, I'm gutted. Well, what did you get me? And I say, Tesco value ready salted crisps. You say, well, was there nothing? There's not really anything else in between.
Can we just say, I understand the point you were making, but what a terrible choice of crisps. First of all, skips are not crisps; they're a maize snack. Secondly, they are foul, disgusting. I would prefer the Tesco. Was it value salt and vinegar crisps? Give me those over nasty old prawn skips any day of the week. So perhaps the Tesco ready salted crisp may have its day against Arsenal.
I will just, not that one, this one, Grouch. She says West Ham's official promotion poster features Benrahma, Bowen and Kudus, not Paqueta. Why? What I will say, Grouch, is the West Ham media team do not know the team. So when West Ham's media team puts something up on match day, don't take it to mean anything. They don't know. The guy that does the graphics is not on the training ground. He doesn't know what they're looking like in training. He doesn't know the lineup. The team, certain people at the club will know the lineup prior, but the media team, the graphics guy, will not know the team until an hour and a half before kickoff. So he would have found out 22 minutes ago who is starting for West Ham. So the graphics usually, not always, usually means nothing. I mean, before the Man United game, the graphics had Fabianski, but Areola was in goal. The graphics guy probably assumed Fabianski would start. Oh, hang on a minute, he's been in good form. I'll put him in there. It means nothing. Don't worry about it. Benrahma is a very clickbait player for West Ham, just like Kudus is. His job is to drive engagement. Put Benrahma on there, gets the Algerians interacting with the post. He gets a little pat on the head from his boss. Well done. Got a lot of likes.
Who's the anti-clickbait? Would it be Connor Coventry? Probably nobody. Poor old Connor. Nobody clicks on that.
If Connor Coventry, Ben Johnson, and Angelo Ogbonna.
That's a poor fellas.
Well, it is, isn't it?
Yeah. No, you're right. You're absolutely right. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. No, they're not getting additional clicks. I mean, to be fair, there's a few in the squad that would come under that category. Pablo Fornals doesn't bring any Spanish followers.
No, he doesn't.
There's not that many that do, to be fair. I mean, Soufal, maybe one or two Czech fans have come along since we signed Souček and Soufal.
Yeah. I think we got,
Kudus has got loads. Bowen's starting to pick up his own little sort of groupies. Kudus has got tons. Paqueta's got tons. Alvarez has got loads. Zuma's got plenty, but not for the right reasons. If you do one about Zuma, you tend to get animal welfare people coming along.
Not for the right reasons. Yeah, you're right.
but it was every time you did it after Catgate. If you did a video about Zuma, there was comments about how you were defending kicking cats. Well, I'm not really. I'm just defending someone doing defending in a game of football.
I've never kicked a cat in my life. Yeah, absolutely.
No, I've never petted one either. Because
You've never what?
I hate them. I stay away from cats.
I'm allergic to cats. You know.
I wish I was. I'm not. I just dislike them.
I speak very high. I speak very highly of you, the cat. All the cats.
Anyway, before we get into it, the lineups will be out in a few seconds' time. Charlie, I've already done the lineup in the back, and I've guessed the Arsenal one, but I think I've got one wrong. Subscribe. That's it. That's what I'm. Subscribe if you're new around here, and please drop a like on the video. It helps out this video, it helps out the channel as well by clicking the thumbs up. Gonzo, would you like to know the team?
I'm ready.
You're not.
All right,
in goal tonight is Alphonse Areola with the back four, Vladimir Soufal, Mavropanos, and Ogbonna with Emerson. In midfield, we've got Alvarez, Souček, and Ward-Prowse with Lucas Paqueta on the left, Mohammed Kudus on the right, and Jarrod Bowen up front. So two players missing. They're not on the bench. Let me just skip to this bit. Kurt Zuma is unavailable, and Nathan Garrett is also unavailable. However, Thilo Kehrer is available and is on the bench. So now
okay, yeah. Now I understand it. Yes, so I was expecting lots. It's one player that you're unhappy with there. Yeah, it's I'd love to know what's happened with Kehrer. I'd love to know what he has said or what he has done or what the fallout must have been for him to no longer be an option for David Moyes. In many respects, it's weird. I hope it's something big, but I also don't, because you don't want to hear about massive fallouts at the club. I hope it's nothing as simple as him just saying, look, I want to leave to get first-team football. Moyes has continued to play plenty of people who have said they're going to leave.
Declan Rice, he's playing tonight.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And that's the very end of it. And then you can go back to Jeremy Ngakia, who was obviously, he did that as well. So, so I can't think it's been that. Unfortunately, just sometimes you can cut your nose off to spite your face. And Ogbonna has been terrible recently. Did you accidentally click on something? I saw cats.
I've made a mistake of saying Zuma and cats, and some people have decided to interact, which is fair. It's my fault, but live chat. But I'll be honest, Gonzo, when I've seen the team and I've seen Ogbonna, my heart sunk. He's the captain this evening. Not that makes too much of a difference. I can't remember his last really good performance. He's played okay in some games, but usually the opposition's weaker. But I can't remember the last time I've come away from a game thinking, oh, fantastic. Actually, quite the opposite. He came on against Fulham where the expectations were already through the floor, and he somehow managed to be worse than what he was coming into. It's really dampened my spirits for tonight. I was optimistic. I was looking forward to it. And you know something? 5 minutes before kickoff, that might return. And I think, like, come on then, actually, we can do this. But for now, since I've seen the team, my initial reaction was a bit deflated, actually. And the worst thing is, I think there's a much better option sat on the bench in Thilo Kehrer. Yeah. If Kehrer was unavailable as well, and it was either Ogbonna or Casey, I'd say I'd come and defend Moyes. I get why he's gone with the experienced option. I don't know. I struggle to know why. The only reason I can think of is that we're not playing him so that we can sell him. We don't want to risk injury to him. And it's a case of that guy's worth 10, 15 million. Let's get him out on the 1st of January. But even that's just stupid. We should be doing what's best for West Ham, not what's best for Thilo Kehrer.
I don't think it's that. I really don't think it's that. I do think there has been some form of falling out, because you would still... What's the value of that 15 million? Even look, will David Moyes get to spend it? Unlikely. It just seems like every time he's in a position to push forwards, there's something like this which may happen. I'm talking about David Moyes push forward. You know, there's a chance to make real progress in the league over the next game or two. You sort of, I think your heart sinks. You always get the feeling that these ones, particularly these away games against these bigger teams, they're throwable as far as David Moyes is concerned. And it is a good team. Look, we've got a really, really good team there. Maybe he's gone with a left-footed thing. I know he values that highly, but then again, he was happy enough to play Zuma on that left side of defence in the last game. So that would sort of dispel that rumour, wouldn't it, really? I hope he's up to him. He's been a really good player for West Ham, Ogbonna, and no West Ham fan wants to see, well, for two reasons. Number one, we don't want our team to lose, but also we don't want to see someone who's been a good servant for West Ham struggle and suffer. And, sometimes you can just play these players and they go on too long, but he's looked off the pace this season. Let's put it that way.
Well, that's what Mandy says. We love him, but he's 34. Anyway, the poll is now live in live chat. There's 4 options. How do you feel about West Ham starting 11 tonight? Please select the option which reflects your opinion on the starting 11. The bench for West Ham is as follows. Lucas Fabianski is on there, as well as Thilo Kehrer with Ben Johnson and Aaron Creswell. we do have Pablo Fornals with Maxwell Cornet. Cornet is back, and Said Benrahma, as well as Ings and Mubamba. So quite a very fullback / attacking bench for us. So hopefully no centre midfielder gets injured because we ain't got any.
We don't have any sense. Maybe that's part of his thinking. Maybe he's thinking, I might need this fella in central midfield, so I'm not playing him at centre back. Who knows? Who knows? It seems a little bit muddled, doesn't it? You would think at this point where you have no central midfielder, maybe just maybe now's the time to bring one of the young players and put them on the bench. A midfielder, I'm talking about, obviously. That would be, But hey, look, I now understand. What you've been so grumpy about at the start, but yeah, it's hard not to be a little bit concerned about this, and it's just sort of more of the same. This David Moyes, he has these dips, and then sort of, there's pressure upon him, and then he does better, and he does well, and he gets some credit, and then you get this. This happens a lot, doesn't it? Off the back of such things. So he'll be doing really well. The last thing we want is, I don't know if there's a better. They're up there, aren't they? In terms of the attack, they're up there. Arsenal, Liverpool, Man City. You don't want your sort of what can I say, central defender who's coming to the end of his career, and he was slow anyway before he had the knee injury, and he's got even slower now. This is not the game you'd really want him to play in.
Right, we'll take your opinions in just a few minutes. We're going to have a look at the Arsenal team now. Rhea is in goal with Ben White at right back. Saliba partners Gabriel at centre back with Zinchenko left back. Declan Rice is in midfield alongside Odegaard and Trossard. And then you've got Saka on the right, Martinelli on the left, and Jesus up front.
Yeah. Excellent team. Excellent team. They're not mucking around. I thought the last few times I've seen Trossard, actually, he's looked good. He's probably the least Hollywood of all the team, but he's a damn fine player, isn't he?
Yeah, I agree. It's an expected team. Saying that, when I did my pitch and when I got one wrong, I thought you might went Smith Rowe over Trossard just to have that slightly more defensive vibe about it. But then again, he is coming from Kai Havertz, isn't he? But we know how they'll play. They've got talent all over the park tonight. It's going to be difficult. Even if we had a Jarrod or Zuma playing, or both available, he selected one, the other one's on the bench, whatever, we could put our personal 11. It's still going to be a difficult game this evening. Looking at that Arsenal side, it's a very strong team. A lot of players in form, one or two not in form at the minute, but the fact they're still churning out wins and plenty of them with that in the side, it shows you how good the other 9 are when 2 of them are not quite at it. The bench for Arsenal this evening as is followed. You've got Aaron Ramsdale on there, as well as Cedric and Kiwar. You've also got Jorginho Elneny, as well as Smith Rowe, Nelson Nketiah, and Waneri. I'm not sure who Waneri is, but there you go. There's your Arsenal bench this evening. Right, we'll take some comments from you, and then what we'll do is we'll get a little bit together and chuck it on. GP, thank you for the £2 super chat. He says, Declan helped us win a cup, 105 million. Can we hate him? You can hate him if you wish.
Yeah, do what you want. I'm going with the ignore.
I've tried to, but it's a bit. I found some of his interviews and stuff difficult to stomach. When you find out that he helped persuade Kai Havertz to join Arsenal, but yeah, Havertz joined Arsenal before Declan Rice. And stuff like that just really irks me. I just think, you snidey little so-and-so. Well, it is. Ray is paid £2 super chat. So yes, we can. I think Ray hates Declan Rice. You can do what you want. If you want to clap Declan Rice, you clap Declan Rice. You want to boo him, you boo him. Do what you want. You support the club how you wish. I don't like it when other people
no
tell you how to be a fan. I dislike that.
Sorry, Gio, before you go, can I just explain the benefit of the ignore? I didn't know that story because I ignore him. But now you've told me. So it's failed. Now the ignore has failed.
Right. Okay. Right. Let me just load up my old account.
What's happened to the current account then? You've got to use the old one.
No, I'll tell you what it is. Right. We've got myself and a couple of friends. What we do is we start with £10 and we do like a treble. We'll pick one thing each and we do a treble. And should that win, we put all the winnings on the next bet. So it might be like 80 quid. And then should it win, we put all the winnings on the next bet. So it could be like 250 quid going on the bet. And I've used my account for it. And we're now on the next bet, which includes the Spurs game, which kicks off in 5 minutes. So unfortunately, I've got to prioritise that bet.
How big would the kitty need to be? Sorry, I don't want to drag it back to Zuma again. How big would the kitty need to be before you? So you'd harvest, you'd take all the money back. Then you wouldn't go on it. You wouldn't put £1 million on.
No, 3 times. We need to do it 3 times. So 3 different trebles, 3 different wins, and then we take out most of the money, and then whatever's left goes on the next bet. So the next bet might start at 80 quid instead of a tenner. Okay. I've done that wrong. Nice one. I didn't mean to click Pascal Gross to have a shot on target. Right, Gonzo, can you see the live chat?
I can see the live chat.
Click on a few comments while I do this, please.
I'll click on a few comments. I'll click on a few comments right now. Okay, let's run around with Barry. I don't know what's worse, starting Granny Dings or Ogbonna. They've both done. I mean, fortunately, we've not started with Annie Dings there, which I think is a really good thing. Hello, Doug. Hope you're well. He did basically. Doug is saying that he once did quite a sneaky bet. He went from £10 to £434 on 9 bets, and he cashed out seconds before he would lost. So he got the money, Doug. Doug got the money. Well done, Doug. Gonzo, I think you got a nail for good. Well, we'll see about it. There's a lot of rumours going around, mate. A lot of rumours about Nay for good. He might not be as unfit, let's put it that way, as David Moyes might have suggested. That's what I heard. I might be completely wrong. We should have said that Rice couldn't play against when we sold it. I don't think we could, Lawrence. I don't think we're able to do that. I think you could do it on loans when you loan a player. I think once they're sold. It would only be a gentleman's agreement. So it'll be a gentleman's agreement between basically David Moyes and Mikel Arteta. And of course, Mikel Arteta is such an upstanding gentleman. I'm sure we could have done that because he'd never break a gentleman's agreement because he's nice.
Anyway, I'm back now. What do you fancy for our bet?
Angelo Ogbonna to score.
What are you really fancying for our bet?
Angelo Ogbonna to score.
Are you actually being serious?
I am being serious. This is the sort of thing that happens, you know.
Do you know when you're not here, we actually win money sometimes and we can give it away?
Listen,
it's like the Man U game. I thought surely Gonzo's won a bet. Bowen scored, Kudus scored, West Ham's won. Surely Gonzo's won the money today.
Look, you know, I'm trying to win big bucks for the kind folk in the chat. When you are here, I'm behaving myself, right? If you weren't here, I'd name all 3 goal scorers for us to win 3-2.
Wait. Fine. We're doing 2 bets. If Ogbonna scores, someone will win 150 quid. Right, there you go. Simple. And now we're doing a second bet, which doesn't include Ogbonna. What are you fancying?
Well, you decide. I've done mine. Geo's bet, Gonzo's bet.
Well, both teams to score. See, I get geeky. I like my stats and stuff. So this is where
it's the battle. It's the battle of the bets, Geo. We'll find out who is the wisest.
I mean, I hope he does score, because then somebody's going to win 150 quid. Happy days. But I just, I just don't see it. Right, okay, I've done my bet, and it'll be £100. It's quite long. Bear with me. It's really long. It's really long. That's it. Gonzo will have the phrase for you in a second, and then the phrase will enter 2 bets. Okay, so there's 2 bets going. First one is Ogbonna to score a goal anytime, any method. If it wins, someone wins £150 cash. My bet is really geeky, and there's quite a few things, so bear with me. And if it wins, someone wins 100 quid. Right, we need both teams to score. Saka and Bowen both to have 2 shots in the game. Bowen and Odegaard both to hit the target 1 shot. Both teams have a card. And Souček and Emerson both to commit a foul. There you go. I'm not reading that out again. In the live chat, please put the following phrase.
Oh, my word. Do you know what? I didn't even give it any thought. We're going to have to go with the standards. Hold on, let me just check down here just in case someone's come up with a... No, there's no one with a... There's nobody with a phrase here. So we're just going to have to go. We're going to have to go with the old bow and arrow, I'm afraid.
Again. There you go. Bow and arrow, get into the live chat. If either of those bet wins, someone's going to win a bit of cash. Anyway, Gonzo, you've seen both the teams. How are you feeling?
I'm okay. It's still a good team. It's still a good team. I think Arsenal would have beaten us probably anyway. It's a tough ask to beat them at their home stadium. And do I think our chances got better with Ogbonna? No, I think they've probably got a little bit worse. But the glimmer of hope that we had of winning is still there. Kudus is still there. Bowen's still there. Lucas Paqueta is still there. James Ward-Prowse, obviously, with his corners, who's going to assist Ogbonna to nod at him. So yeah, we still have a chance. I still think we still have a chance, but yes, it's obviously taken a little bit of a dive. I was sort of looking forward to seeing the Zuma and Mavropanos thing again. I feel a bit sorry for Mavropanos actually, Geo, because he just keeps having his partners changed, and I think we've learned something about Kurt Zuma as well. We sort of speculated. We knew he couldn't play 2 games a week. We thought he might be able to play with 5 days rest. It appears that's not the case. And so, yeah, I mean, we're going to have to sort something out. It would seem, if we're going to get through this next congested period, maybe we need to bring a centre-back in, quick, sharpish, particularly if we sell Kehrer early in the window.
Yeah, thank you. Someone just noticed, Charlie, we've got the wrong keeper. We've got Bowen, we've got Fabianski, not Ariel. That's Ariel that's in goal. Can you change the keeper, please, Charlie? Thank you very much. We need Ogbonna to have a man in a match performance tonight, essentially. And even if he does, he probably still won't be man in a match. It'll be someone else. But we need him to play out of his skin. It was always going to be difficult for us anyway. What I'm trying to cling to is we have 10 of our starting 11 out there this evening. We're missing 1 player. Well, 2, arguably, because it would be a Jarrod and Zuma. The Zuma one's interesting because he's not even on the bench, which would suggest that he's injured. And that's worrying because we've got a game in 5 days and a Jarrod could be off to African nations. And I know there's a lot of rumours going around that he doesn't want to play because of it, which I sort of get. I don't accept it. I don't like it, but I sort of get it. It's a bit like at the end of the season when we had when we've got the World Cup of the Euros coming up, you see some players perhaps just stop the last couple of games. They say, well, hang on a minute, I don't want to get injured. Well, it's the same for those players that are going to the African nations or the Asian Cup at the minute, where they might be thinking, well, hang on a minute, I want to go and play in this tournament. I don't want to be playing in this game. I hope that's not the case. I'm going to refuse to believe it until I hear or see more. And there's some advantages to having a manager like David Moyes, and one of the advantages is if a Jarrod has refused to play, Moyes will probably out him and get rid of him ASAP. This is a man that holds a grudge over anything. So if he's got a player that says, Gaffer, I don't fancy this one, I'm pretty certain Moyes will hold a grudge over that.
But what it would do is it would render, because there's no doubt about it. Sometimes we don't know who signed who. Moyes even admitted he chased this guy for 2 years. This is Moyes' choice. If this does happen, it renders the Moyes MOT, which the Moyes MOT, by the way, is to check. The reason he dithers and he takes so long is to check and double check and triple check that a player is of sound character, that a player is trustworthy, that he's a workhorse, that he can be relied upon, that he's solid, his mental fortitude is without question. It would absolutely render that completely obsolete. We couldn't. I wouldn't even hear it again. But we'll see. Like you, Geo, I hope it's not correct. The rumours started coming out 2 or 3 days ago, and they ain't good. Let's put it that way. But I don't want to, you don't want to go in 2-footed on the player in case it's incorrect, and he might not deserve everybody to lay into him just yet. But no, it doesn't particularly look good. But I do agree that David Moyes would try and deal with it quite swiftly.
Yeah, I'm not believing it yet until I hear or see more from more reliable sources and what the whispers have been doing, kind of thing. And I hope it's not true, but we'll have to wait and see. Garrido's saying another rumor is that he's actually got COVID and that's why he's not playing. But then is COVID stopping players playing? It depends I guess it depends on your symptoms. You can still play with COVID these days, can't you? It's not really I think. Anyway, Mike, let's get your comments. Get your comments into the live chat. Can be about the West Ham team, the Arsenal team. Any big hopes or worries you have ahead of this game? I think a lot of people are going to be saying for the worries, but not your score predictions. Don't get your score predictions in just yet. Just get your thoughts in regarding the game. Michael says, agree about the grudge. Not so sure about him getting them out. He's had a problem with Ben Rama for 2 years and Cornet all season. I'd argue it's not his job to get them out, though. It's not his job to sell players.
No, it's not. But I know. Yeah, I totally take what Michael's saying there. He's not that quick at getting them out. And also, I mean, once this stuff gets out there, it's harder to sell the player, isn't it? Let's be fair. It is. No one's coming in and giving us our £30 million back if they believe that Jarrod is the type of player that refuses to play football. You're getting significantly less.
Yeah. I just don't believe it. I don't know why. I just don't believe it. Preview says we never go for it against top 6 away from home. Something needs to change. Go for it. It's Christmas.
Quite right. So, I think we should. I do think we should, and I think we can, but it has to be on the counter attack for obvious reasons.
Tom says I would have started Johnson over Ogbonna. Dreading Saka making that run in between him and the left back.
Yeah, I mean, you could. I think that would be a big call from Moyes. That would really be a big call. I thought Johnson was really good when he played, but I think the benefit of Johnson. I thought Johnson's played okay at right back, and I thought he played really well at left back. I think that if he gets moved then to centre back again, we're sort of starting the cycle of what was happening with him last time. If he has any future at the club, I'm not sure he does. Then I think he's probably going to have to stay at fullback, really.
Phil says you can't understand why he's playing Ogbonna ahead of Kever. I hope I'm wrong, but I fear for the worst. Kev says spreading COVID is a worry. I'm sure most of us know people who've had it and still caught it. But again, this is where there's no regulations, though, that he can't play and pass it on. At what point do you just say you can play with COVID? And
well, I think I think you're right. I think you can play with COVID. So it comes down to me. The pure and simple thing is he ill enough to play?
Yeah.
That's the thing. If he's in his bed with his nose running, he's got the aches and pains and the sweats, clearly he can't play. If he's actually feeling fine and yet he's tested positive for COVID, play.
IGA says, incredible how we still have Ogbonna playing. I love him, but it's ridiculous. What are you laughing at?
Incredible. He said incredible, did he?
Well, there might be children listening.
I agree. No, I just like your translation.
I don't mind people swearing. It's just
I agree.
Those with audio in the family sitting room at
absolutely
7:30. Sorry, I'm trying to keep it PG. I don't like
that.
Daddy,
what does the Scottish man mean when he says incredible?
Roger said Ogbonna was excellent away at Brighton. His last good game. Fair, but it was a while ago.
Yeah,
he's got it in him. It's just the probability is we won't see it. Could have 5 games. I think he might have 1 good one, 3 average ones, and 1 horrific one. I think the worst thing is it's the horrific one. Ornstein's tweet suggests the worst for Zuma. Let me find that, because David Ornstein is a fantastic journalist and someone I consider to be one of the best journalists there is. I don't see a tweet from Ornstein.
It might not have been on Ornstein. It might have been on the Athletic, maybe. Maybe it's on the Athletic's Twitter page rather than Ornstein's personal one. Hold on. This is what I'm saying. Do we win a bet if Ogbonna scores an own goal? Unfortunately not. Unless that's one of the parameters. And he can probably still score an own goal within Geo.
For God's sake, hang on, only Irons. For God's sake, it's you've been trolled. It's an account that's pretending to be David Ornstein. I'm sorry, mate, but you've just been mugged off. And someone pretending to be David Ornstein. They've got a few catches there. Fair play to this account, because they've done a few people like a kipper there.
You have my sympathy, only Irons. I always get done by that stuff. I'm the most easily fooled, gullible one out the lot.
Yeah. Gary says, let's be honest. Can anybody see us getting anything from this game? No, as long as we show more passion and commitment than against Fulham and Liverpool. Alan says one of the biggest things we're missing tonight is a Gerard diagonal to start a counter-attack. And Chris says Ogbonna can trip him up with his walking stick. Hey, Chris, you need to keep your eye on the videos next week. Chrissy, that guy, you. Not saying why. Just Moore says we're more than a capable chance to win. It's just the team's mindset and determination when we start the match, and not to overthink the whole idea of playing against Arsenal and their form. Jamie is confident. If we can push Arsenal back, we might get a draw. Ogbonna's biggest issue is that it makes us drop 10 yards due to lack of pace. Bright side, Bowen has good form playing away from home.
Merry Christmas to you, Jamie. A very nice coat, my friend. A very nice coat, may I say.
Oh, I'm a big fan of that coat as well.
That's nice, isn't it? He's got a man of style, Jamie.
Yeah.
I reckon he would like my coat as well.
He definitely would not like your
coat. He bloody would. I bet he bloody does.
He's clearly a coat connoisseur, and he does not.
So am I a coat connoisseur, which is why I appreciate Jamie's coat.
You're a pimp coat connoisseur.
Yeah, absolutely.
Kennedy says the only slight benefit to Ogbonna playing is all of our centre backs. He is the one that spent most time against Rice. Kerry, I mean, there's clutching at straws, then there's really clutching at straws. I think Ogbonna playing the most time against Rice is nothing. I'm not happy, Matt. Sorry. Well, in that case, let's get Lanzini back.
Better optimism.
Yeah, let's get Lanzini back. Creswell has played with Rice throughout his career. I don't want to see him left back. Paddy says, let's not get on Ogbonna's back if he struggles tonight. It's not his fault. I don't move Souček to centre back.
Yeah, I don't think fans will get on Ogbonna's back. I really don't. They might get on someone else's back. I can tell you that much.
Right, let's skip a few. I'm going to try and catch up a little bit. Keith said Rice is going to expose Souček. I want us to win this game. Simpson says Ogbonna's going to struggle a little bit and we're going to get roasted as they go by him. GK said if a girl has COVID, then come out and say he has COVID. Don't say he's still feeling effects of the illness from weeks ago. It would stop all speculation.
Yeah, a bit of honesty wouldn't go amiss, would it, if that is the case, certainly. But the fact that they haven't said that would indicate they're trying to cover something up.
Grouch, it depends, doesn't it, Grouch? I've had it 3 times now, and the 3rd time I didn't even know I had it. The only reason I had it is because the person I live with had it. And this was, I mean, I might have had it since. This was back when it was still actually a thing. So it very much depends on your symptoms.
Yeah, I was the same. I had it last September. Knocked me out. The time I had it before, nothing. Barely a sniffle. So yeah, it depends, I guess, how you get it, what strain, what your health's like at the time.
Right then, 5 says don't know how reliable Hammers news is, but hope it ain't true that Sullivan is sitting down with Moyes end of January for contract talk. Hammers news just collates news from other places. 5, they're not really a source. They just
what I would say though is they do have some contact with somebody at the club. They do have some, but I can't imagine that information has come from there. To be fair, yeah.
Major, I did not pop the question. Thank you very much. Go back and watch that podcast again. I did not pop the question.
Incredible.
Yeah, it's a very good comment, isn't it?
It's good.
Rhonda said Arsenal do their normal fast start, so the first 20 minutes is important. We must stay in the game. Rhonda, is it, or Tony, is it you, the other one supports Arsenal? We've got 2 or 3 people on here that they're like couples YouTubes. And one of them, I think it might be Stephen and someone Blissett or Bissett. One of them's an Arsenal fan.
Are you considering the dual YouTube account, Geo? You and Mrs. Geo?
No, I'm not.
A dual YouTube
I don't really watch YouTube, to be honest. Despite doing it, I don't watch it. Currently watching Jack Reacher on Amazon Prime. That's what I'm watching at the minute. I like the books.
Yeah, well, the books are excellent. The books are excellent. It's a bit cheesy. A bit cheesy for me. All of that.
What's better than the movie when Tom Cruise played him?
I know because Tom Cruise is too small. I know. Yeah. Oh God, sorry. I missed the Tom Cruise impression. Hear it again?
No.
Available on playback.
Charlie says it's always utter doom and gloom before games like this. Sometimes our fans are really negative. We've beaten them once this year. Why not do it again? We're a bloody good team.
I like it.
On it.
I like it.
Graves says it's going to be a deep block with Bowen and Kudus running like maniacs on the break. I'm all right with that, to be fair.
I think that's how we win. So I guess our only form of winning, and of course corners quite possibly.
Looking forward to seeing how the players interact with Rice on the pitch. I hope they give him a hard time.
Yeah, me too.
Mark says 110% commitment and a point will be appreciated if we turn up. We could shock the Arsenal.
Shock the Arsenal.
The Arsenal.
Incredible. Incredible scenes.
Give the Arsenal an incredible. Johnny said if we can keep the players up the Arsenal end.
There's a lot of dodgy stuff going on at today's
snatch a few goals and we have a chance. But I did just see a pig flying. Jamie says he likes your coat. There you go. The kilt connoisseur likes your coat. He's also got one. And he's also got a pink jacket.
Merry Christmas, what a man, Jamie. I'll show you my other one in another video. See, I hope he got down safely. He looks very high up there, to be fair.
Yeah, Gonzo might like your coat. He wouldn't like where you are.
No, I'm scared of heights.
Here. I knew it. Stephen and Lisette.
Yes.
Or my Mrs. Laguna. I knew it. How about that for your memory? I don't know where that came from, but as they always say, if you have a gut feeling, just go with it because your brain knows more than you think.
There you go. Yes. Good spot.
Right, Brighton are 1-0 up away to Spurs. Well, hey! Was that a header? Can someone? Oh, probably not. If it was a banger.
Hinshelwood.
Yeah, I've got him to do to have 2 headers.
What Hinshelwood?
Yeah, whatever his name is. He has his socks. He wears his socks like Jack Grealish, though. That's the downside too. Right, let me have a little look on Roshane's tweet, because Tom has said Roshane's done a tweet regarding.
Who's Roshane?
He's the athletic reporter for West Ham.
Oh, of course.
And he said, David Moyes said, yesterday Kurt felt his knee in training. This morning we thought he would make it, but he wasn't quite ready after fitness test. It's disappointing. He's our captain and he's played well this season. With Neif also missing, it's a blow for us. So Zuma felt his knee in training yesterday and he thought he'd make it, but he didn't. So it doesn't sound too serious.
Zuma felt his knee in training. He's incredible.
Yes, and it's a big miss. Same with Neif. Neif's a big miss as well.
Neif.
You call him Neif and not Nathan, or have Shane's kindly changed it just to
Neif? Yeah, it sounds like they're on cordial terms. I didn't say Mr. Gerd.
Yeah. Jim says, as we've said, if the front 3 are firing, then we have a proper chance of Bonner or not. Michael said, instead of focus on buying strikers, we're in desperate need of defenders. With Dad's army in defence and can't keep relying on Zuma and Ogbonna.
He buys one every season, though, but he still manages not to sort it out. It's crazy. But, I mean, he bought his... This is the thing with Kehrer. Guys on, whatever, 85 grand a week, bought him from PSG, German international. Why he's not in the team? It's ridiculous.
Doug says, my missus needed the offside rule explaining when we started dating 2 years ago. Now she's messaging to ask why Gerd isn't playing.
Wow, this is good. It's good. She's invested in it. It's good, and this is it. She's developed nicely there, Doug.
Steve said, with Mavropanos, Ogbonna, and Souček up the corners, we got a chance. We just have to get a corner.
Yeah, you've got to shoot at the goal.
With a fitting face plant emoji. Right, it's time for the man, the legend, the myth, Bevo.
Hello, you all right?
What's the poll results? Because this should be fun.
I bring the energy. It's not very fun, I'll be honest with you. How do we feel about the starting 11? Is the question we asked. Over 1,000 people voted. The most I think we've ever had, potentially.
Wow.
I'm not going to lie.
That's like 90% of the chat.
That is incredible, actually. That is it. Incredible in the traditional sense of the word.
If all those people could also like the video, that would also be incredible.
That'd be, yeah,
in the traditional sense of the word.
Yeah. I might even go as far as to say if they did that, it would be remarkable. In
the traditional sense of the word.
Well, I don't think remarkable has an ulterior meaning.
Oh.
Well, I mean, it does now,
Give it one.
Well, it's incredible. This is something you should remark upon. Although similar, definitely different.
Anyway, can we get the results now?
Yeah, 9% of the people were very happy. 14% of the people were very unhappy. 33% of people were somewhat happy, and 40% of the people were somewhat unhappy. It's quite close. It's quite evenly spread, that. It's a lovely little bell curve we got going on,
I think if you put an option, happy, bar or born, I think that would have been like the runaway leader.
I think that's probably true, because that's my stance on it. I'm happy with I am very happy with the entire selection, apart from Ogbonna. But realistically, in my opinion, we have no other options. So it is what it is. Like,
you don't think? Oh, you're not a fan of Kehrer, are you?
He's rubbish, Geo. He's not. No. To be fair, he's not. He's actually a very technically good player. But in a back four, under David Moyes, it's a no go for me. I think I'd prefer Ogbonna on that. But then again, Jesus Christ, what am I saying? So But that's the thing. You can still be
roast
unhappy,
is
even
okay.
if there's no other options. You can still be unhappy because it's like, well, it sucks that our main are out.
Yeah. No one confirmed if Henkel, what's his name, scored with a header or not. I assume not.
I've forgotten his
Do you
name
want
already.
me to check?
No, I've just Premier League's tweeted he lashes past Vicario, so that's not his. You're not going
You
to
couldn't really lash with your head, could you?
You can't lash with your heads. You can't. No. No, even though that's where your lashes are on your head, you can't lash with
Well,
your
that
head.
bet is now incredible, isn't it?
No, it's incredible.
Not in the traditional sense.
Completely incredible.
Right, I'm going to disappear because I'll be honest with you, gents. I have a lemon meringue pie in the cooker.
Oh.
Fair enough.
The mother-in-law came round last night and we had a lemon meringue pie. So we said, lemon meringue pie should. Oh, I've had enough actually. So I was like, well, what am I going to do? Then I thought, well, I'm just going to have to consume a whole lemon meringue pie.
Oh, so it didn't get touched last night?
Didn't get touched. Did not get touched and it needs eating today. So
you're going to eat it all?
Yes,
well,
it says the 28th. It says the 28th.
Well, listen, the numbers says the numbers,
The lemon meringue pie and jam roly-poly is the two desserts I can inhale.
Only two? There must be more.
No, there's not more. Most of it, but those two. Maybe, I don't know actually. Eve's pudding, which is not popular enough. It doesn't get enough respect.
What's Eve's pudding?
Exactly, does not get respect.
Sam has said, I don't even think this is particularly Christmassy, Sam. His mother-in-law left, I'm assuming Sam's a he, a beetroot salad. A beetroot salad? Not nice.
I think it wasn't. It was my auntie, but she left a chocolate log.
Pardon.
Honestly,
I shouldn't even laugh. What a laugh.
I'm going to say it now. I'm going to say it now. Best chocolate log I've ever eaten.
She could have flushed it, rude bitch.
No stress from that. It was beautiful. Beautiful chocolate log. It's up there with the very best.
Anyway, welcome to Hammer's Chat, where we giggle at the fact that Charles' auntie left a chocolate log. Why would you?
It's the best chocolate log I've ever eaten. Well, good.
Well, listen, Charlie, I'm glad you enjoyed it. Unfortunately, I'm going to stick with what? A beetroot
Kev
sandwich.
likes a beetroot sandwich. A beetroot sandwich?
I tell you what, I had a cake recently that had beetroot in it. The ingredients.
No, this is just weird.
But it wasn't a beetroot cake. It was like a chocolate cake, but beetroot was included in the ingredients. And I'll tell you what,
That was your auntie's log.
It was no, it's different. That one had, well, it might have had some of it left after, but it was honestly unreal. Surprisingly unreal.
I'm going to disappear. I'm going to stick with 3-1 Arsenal, unfortunately. I hope I'm surprised. I would bite your hand off for a point. I would love a point tonight. I'm going to disappear. Charlie, I'll see you at half-time.
See you at half-time, Jim. Enjoy the meringue.
My girlfriend got a beetroot confused with a radish.
I'll be honest with you. You could put them in a lineup on a plate in front of me. I wouldn't know which one was which.
Well, one of them is significantly bigger than the other.
Really?
A radish, and
radish
a beetroot.
tiny. Radish is that small.
Radish is small. Radish is the size of a grape.
Oh,
A bit bigger than a grape.
Gonzo, I can't act like I've ever bought a radish in my life.
A beetroot's like maybe a tennis ball is a big beetroot, but this is what you're looking at.
I've eaten beetroot as previously stated, but I can't say I've ever seen one in the wild. Well, I've probably seen them in the wild. I just don't. It's gone to the fruit and vegetable aisle. I tend to move through it quite quickly in the shop. You know what I mean? I know what I want. I know what I need. I'm not stopping and having a little gander and figuring out what these things are. Beetroot and a radish completely. Beetroot's the purple one. I know that, Mark. I know the beetroot's the purple one. That's probably the only thing.
Yeah,
that's
but if you cut the radish, it's sort of white in the middle. The beetroot is sort of reddy and purple in the middle still.
Yeah, I don't think
the radish is a bit like an onion, to be fair. But anyway, whatever, you don't put them in a sandwich. This is the thing.
No, that I can agree with. That I can agree.
Sandwich, and no mother-in-law has any business going round their son-in-law's house and leaving a beetroot in the fridge. Mine's just a lot more polite than leaving a log in one of the rooms.
What are you making with the beetroot? there's excess. If the cooking is done in the house, let's say they brought all of the ingredients to the house, and one of the ingredients was beetroot, and there was beetroot left over. Sure, leave it in the fridge, but putting it in some sort of sandwich, it just seems it seems quite weird to me.
I don't know.
It's an extra step. Ado, by the way, thank you for the $4.99. Massively appreciate it. I'm here for the football, but I stay for the loss.
Ado, like Play-Doh. This is good. This is good. The explanation is good. I like it.
Honestly,
Ado.
Incredibly useful. Unbelievably useful.
It really is.
You know? I try my hardest with the names, but that one, I mean, it's unreal. It's unreal stuff. But yeah, no, I can. If there's extra beetroot there, man, it's fine.
So hold on. So Tottenham are 2-0 down. Is this what the chat are saying? The live chat suggesting Tottenham are 2-0 down.
I don't have it open. Can I? Is this a thing? Can I switch to the other match very quickly? Let's have a look.
Yeah, I just don't broadcast it. Otherwise, we'll lose the channel. As
you know, what about for the vibes? No, okay, fair enough.
Absolutely. This is not. This is red cabbage and cheese. There's some really dodgy.
No, that's not a thing.
It's 2-0. Ben Arnold. Your message is there. It is.
Yeah.
He said 2-0. He says 2-0. Well, there you go. But the night is young.
No, it's nice. Honest, Gonzo, I'll tell you, man, it was.
I make Lewis correct. I've got to say, I don't even know why I giggled because we had one at Christmas.
Did you?
Of course, every year.
Every year. I see. I don't. It's not an every year thing for me. I would like it to be an every year thing because my lord, it was beautiful. But can't say it's an every year thing for me.
Yeah, a lot. And I'll tell you what else we had. Profiter rolls. But they had caramel in the middle.
Bloody
caramel. Not the cream, like a caramel cream. Well, it's like an eclair. Profiter roll is like an eclair, but in a bowl, right? With small chocolate at the top, a choux pastry, cream in the middle. I'm telling you, right? Caramel in the middle, not
See, because this is the thing that stops me from liking it is the cream. I'm not a cream person, so you love caramel in there. It sounds like something I would get heavily involved with.
I think it was just a festive thing, actually. I'm not sure, like it's a regular,
an all year kind of deal.
No. You know, some people say, well, you know, I like that, but I couldn't eat it in the summer. I'm not one of those. I will absolutely eat it in the summer.
I wasn't going to say anything, Woody. I just want to be clear. Gonzo said it. I realised after a second what Gonzo was talking about. I wasn't going to say it, but yeah, no.
I'm not going to say it again. I'm not going to say it again. If I'm going to be mocked, Alan, I'm not going to say it again.
Profit or wrong?
Yeah, you know what I mean. Well, that's what they do, don't they? Make them. They bake
you've gone very no. You've gone very no. The accent has changed definitively here because what's happened there is you called out. No, but what's happened here, right, is someone's gone, you've said Professor Roll a bit weird, and you've gone, hang on a minute, lads, let's just break this down a bit. Before, it was very like, I'm Gonzo, I'm talking, and then it went very, and I can, it's like me when I get a bit frustrated and I start saying bruv and in it and blood and all that sort of stuff. I'm here, I've seen it, I can hear it, I can see it.
Excellent, okay, I like your observation. I appreciate it. Let's just take a moment to the sad demise of Denise Van Outen, as someone's put in the chat. Yeah, listen, you make a profit on these things. Yeah, you make them, you bake them, you sell them, right? It's the profit or roll.
This is a complete side note, Gonzo, but we're here now. You know when you walk past the subway, is there a better smell in the world than when you walk past the subway?
Mate, it's a sandwich without butter in it.
Yeah, but the smell, Gonzo.
Let's not.
Not all sandwiches need butter in for a start. Hang on a minute. You can. I mean, sometimes you have a mayonnaise in there. Not me. I don't like mayonnaise. But you could, for example, have a mayonnaise sandwich. But also, I think you can have sandwich. Depends what the filling is. If it's a dry filling, then maybe. But if it's something different, then I don't know.
When have I ever said that word?
How'd you pronounce it? Just to be clear.
Microwave.
Okay, guess you're correct.
I'm scared from Nigella. Microwave.
Have you heard how she says it?
No.
She's microwave.
Posh. I like it. I might change to that. I changed me Paqueta to Paqueta. I'm open to changing any of it.
I mean, she said there's a clip when she's doing one of her shows where she says microwave.
that's pretty damn special.
It's a wild way to say it. It's an absolutely insane way to say it. But she put it out there into the world.
People don't believe that both of us don't like mayo. I don't find your claim sensational at all because I don't like mayo. You're the normal one as far as I'm concerned, Geo. I mean, egg and vinegar. Don't get me wrong, like in a jar, all congealed and fermented. Leave it out, will you? Don't get me wrong. If I've got a fried egg, I'll have a bit of vinegar on it.
I can't.
Egg and chips, bit of vinegar, no problem, right?
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Mayonnaise.
I can't be backing it. I've never liked it. Don't like it. I don't like it as a condiment. I don't like it as a spread. I don't like it in any context. Sometimes it's in something, and you can sort of power through because there's enough other stuff to overpower it. But it's a very overpowering thing, man. It's a lot in there. I can't.
It is. They got they like, so if you go into Tesco, they do a just ham or a just chicken, which is fine, but it don't have any butter in it. So basically,
it's a bit dry.
It is a bit dry. So yes, it is dry. So you need more butter. If you don't have those sort of condiments, you do need a little bit more butter or gravy.
Yeah,
not gravy in a sandwich. I hasten to add.
I can listen. When I go into the shop and you're getting a meal deal, yeah, I'll take it. I'll accept it. But
oh no! Why is everyone saying this? Why is everyone saying this?
He is. I can't. I'm obviously not listening to it. I have the Amazon stream open. I'm obviously not listening to it because I'm listening to you. But there was just a shot of him looking a bit uncomfortable on the floor with a physio sort of pushing his leg around as they do. Could be nothing.
Right.
Could be.
You're watching the TV at the moment.
I've got it open on my second screen here. I'm currently looking at Gabby Logan, Thierry Henry, Jermaine Defoe, and Alan Shearer looking quite chilly.
Are their legs all right?
They're underneath a desk. I can't tell. As far as I'm aware, their legs are fine.
How do we know this? So Alex is saying Paqueta out. Is he just? How does he know?
Well, I don't think we'll see. We'll see how it happens. I don't know. I'm turning it up just in case I hear like a piece of updated info. But what I just saw was him on the floor looking a bit uncomfortable with the physio moving his leg. Whether or not that means look, it could be just a thing. You know, when you see like a player has a bit of a problem during a match and then goes off and then comes back on. Could very easily be one of those things where he's looking a bit thin and then we move from there. So let's not get too insane yet. But he doesn't look good. He doesn't look good. Defoe does look a little bit baffled. Alex, you're not wrong.
What about the mayonnaise thing?
Maybe.
Oh, this is a bit crap. Oh, this is crap.
I mean, it depends. We'll see what happens.
Injured in the warm up. What were they doing? Chopping his leg off or something in the warm up? What's going on?
I don't know. We'll see. It's a huge loss if he doesn't start. It's an unbelievably massive loss. But again, I've not seen any confirmation that he's out or anything like that yet.
No, I'm not. This is horse poo.
I'll tell you, it's Gonzo very quickly. Timeless Alex. I was watching Timeless podcast, great YouTube channel. Everyone subscribe to it if you're into Doctor Who, if you're into nerd stuff, right? Stuff like that, right? Watching his review of his last night, or I say last night, a couple of weeks ago. He had the biggest drink I've ever seen someone have on camera I've ever seen before. Now, it could have just been a perspective thing, but it looked like glass was like this big. It was huge. And I can't stop thinking about it, Gonzo. Every time I see him pop up in the chat, my brain starts activating. I can't stop thinking about this gigantic drink he had.
So someone near me was selling Daleks recently. Actual Daleks. Size? The ones that they'd used in the show.
Oh, bloody hell.
In the show in the... whatever, in the 90s or something like that. Yeah. Not the earliest of them, but not the ones they're using now. You can actually sit in them and steer them. $3,500 a pop, right? For a Dalek.
Yeah.
I think you had to exterminate. I think you had to do the noise yourself.
Of course.
But you drive it yourself. You would a Dalek. I'm not a mad Doctor Who fan, but I'll tell you something about the Doctor Who. They got these statues, right? There's these statues.
Solid.
And they're statues, but when you blink, they move.
Yes.
A bit closer towards you or something.
The weeping angel.
And they will incredible you up if they get near you, right?
They do. Send you back in time. Well, at least in the first episode.
Oh, right, yeah. Those are the only ones I've ever thought, oh, that's a bit. Don't like the sound.
Scary. Scary
it's-
episode.
I
Blink.
don't want to say scary with me being so manly and all, but I was slightly concerned about it.
I'll say it was disconcerting. It's a disconcerting up there with some of the more disconcerting episodes. I can't lie.
And so no confirmation yet. It's
Not that
smart.
we're
I
seeing.
think right.
No confirmation. Not that, and I haven't heard anything
No
yet either.
confirmation.
As well.
Yet. No confirmation.
No.
Yet. This is good. I like no confirmation.
Someone at the game was Woody says someone at the game tweeted that Paqueta was helped off the pitch and everyone else is still warming up. What do you think? Who do you think replaced him if needed? I mean, it would be Fornals.
It would be Fornals.
It would be Fornals.
Let's just. I mean, Doug's here. Doug hasn't said this. This is Alan Shearer. West Ham have to remember who they are. I wonder how he feels about Aston Villa. Do you know what? This geezer does my head in. When we wanted rid, I can't remember who they had, right? When we wanted rid of Allardyce,
Have him gone.
When let's spread out a bit, actually. Oh, mate. Turn the microphone over here. Look,
the dulcet tones of Gonzo. Sorry, gone.
When we wanted rid of Allardyce, Alan Shearer maintained that West Ham should be careful what they wished for. However, at the same time, he was, I think, clamouring and lobbying for Newcastle to replace their own manager. So West Ham had to remember their place, but Newcastle were made of bigger things, apparently.
Yeah. I didn't hear the comments.
He's a
so
double standard bastard.
I didn't see what he said, so I won't say anything. But in general, I think Alan Shearer is all right. That podcast he does with Lineker and Michael Richards, pretty good. Yeah, they're nice.
Yeah, the mic is massive.
It's almost as big as that drink Alex was drinking. Absolutely gargantuan.
Hello. See this mic?
Yeah, I'm witnessing it.
I've tried riding it. It's no good.
It's not an image I needed in my head before the match. We're all sitting here concerned about Paqueta and everything else.
7 minutes past. It's 7 minutes past. I've got to go and see if there's any profiter rolls left and then get ready for the game.
Well, I respect it. Good. I look forward to seeing your reviews after the match on the forum channel, Gonzo.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, I'll see you later. Have a good watch along.
Thank
Goodbye,
you.
everyone.
See you later. Gonzo, ladies and gentlemen, just talking about some things one shouldn't do with a microphone. Anyway, how are we all? I hope you're well. I hope you're good. Like we're saying, we don't know about it. I haven't seen any confirmation of Paqueta thing yet. We'll see. We'll see. He was obviously injured somewhat. The current starting 11s, as you can see them running across the bottom of the screen, Arsenal line up with Raya, White, Saliba, Gabriel, Zinchenko, Rice, Odegaard, Trossard, Saka, Martinelli, and Gabriel Jesus, with West Ham lining up with Areola, Soufal, Mavropanos, Ogbonna, Emerson, Alvarez, Souček, Ward-Prowse, Paqueta, Kudus, and Jarrod, Bowen. Now, Paqueta, what I saw, and it's just what I saw. I didn't hear it at the time. I now since have the volume turned up just in case to get any sort of confirmations type stuff. But what I saw was your classic, someone's taken a bit of a knock or whatever, maybe feeling a bit tight, maybe pulled a bit of sand. He was on the floor looking a little bit uncomfortable, and the physio was sort of moving his leg, seeing what the movement was like. It didn't seem horrendous, but I didn't see him coming off. I know some people said that people at the game were tweeting that he was helped off and stuff like that. I don't know. We'll have to see what happens when the teams come back out. Who would replace him? Realistically, Pablo Fornals would be the guy to replace him, potentially Saïd Benrahma. But I can understand people who are making calls, for example, Maxwell Cornet. We'll see. Benrahma in according to Sky Sports, says Sam J. Interesting. I'm very interested. If they do go with Benrahma over Fornals. I get why they would. I'd be disappointed, but I'd get why they would. But then again, maybe he's more similar to Paqueta. He's just infinitely worse. I don't know. I'll tell you what. Let's run a cheeky little quick poll, shall we? Let's do a poll. Who would you replace Paqueta with? Fornals, Benrahma, and Cornet. Sorry if that typing's very loud. I've just realised my microphone is significantly closer to the keyboard than it usually is. I apologise if that's ridiculously loud. I'll have a little poll on there just to see what you lot think. I'm interested. Because you're all saying confirmed. Okay. Intrigued. That's incredibly bad news. That's unbelievably bad news. In fact, the Ogbonna and Mavropanos thing, whatever, this genuinely might as well just, you know, end it. Might as well just end it. You know, still, listen, that's never a bad time, Alex. If you haven't already subscribed to the Times podcast, shout out. Alex is a really good dude. Let's go through. Let's do starting. Let's do. Oh, it is the wrong badges. Thank you very much, Bobby. Excellent catch. I was in a very massive rush today. Let me change that. While I do that, on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the least confident possible, 10 being the most confident possible, how confident are you of a West Ham result this evening? With the news that Paqueta may be out, I think is definitely out, and Said Benrahma is in. No, Paqueta's there. I'm looking at Paqueta right now, by the way. Just FYI, I'm staring at him. Hang on, they're just saying something. Yeah, I've just seen the same thing. Good to see you, by the way. I've just seen the same thing. He's in the tunnel. He's in the tunnel ready to go. He's dressed up as if he's going out onto the pitch. They're talking about him pulling up during the warm-up, but he's there. He's there. So it looks like he's going to be starting. It looks like Paqueta's going to be starting. Still, wild tracksuits from Arsenal. Let's have a look at some of these score. Let's have a look at some of these confidence levels, and then we'll do score predictions very quickly. 1 says GP. 3 says Keith. 1 says Si. We just hope we have to get the Man U result. Yeah, I know. Happy, how are you, by the way? I hope you're well. 6, 4.3. 3, 8, 1, 5.9, 1, -10, says Graham. A Frisky 4. He's in his contact. Yeah, he's definitely there. He's definitely walking out with the team. So I guess it's a case of, where is it? Someone said it up here. We'll see how long he takes. There you go. Rich is saying, let's see how long he lasts. We'll see, I guess. But he is there and he's walking out. 2 says BS. Martin's gone with a 4, 4, 3, 5. 3, 2. Let's be honest, low confidence levels, and obviously with the Paqueta thing, it makes sense because very much incredibly this OG, unreal shout. The little giggle followed by I'm in danger. But he is starting. He's currently shaking hands with the Arsenal lineup. So who knows? Who knows? Tell me, Brandon. Good to see you, by the way. Oh, listen, I've been saying let's wait and see. It's the people who are saying it's confirmed. But yeah, I don't know what to do. Anyway, let's move on to score predictions. We're at the end then. We've spoken about the lineup, spoke about the subs earlier on. Let's go through those score predictions. Lob them in the chat. No more flipping, no more flopping, no more sitting on the fence. Get them in. We'll lock them in. Let's go. The benches, just in case you are interested and have just joined. West Ham have Fabianski, Kera, Johnson, Cresswell, Fornals, Benrahma, Cornet, Ings, and Mubama on the bench. One of them could potentially be used pretty quickly, although we'll see how that goes. Arsenal's bench is Ramsdale, Cedric, Kiwar, Jorginho, El Nene, Enwari, Smith Rowe, Nelson, and Nketiah. Enwari's that young lad, isn't he? I don't know how old he is. I think he's wasn't he like 15 when he first started a game? Some madness like that. Let's get those final score predictions in. I don't know. I can't see past the 2-1 Arsenal, but I'm gonna go with my my heart over my head and say 1-1. And I'll happily take a 1-1. You'll have to see us. The FPB coming through strong. FPB coming through strong. You gotta respect it. Let's have a look at some of these score predictions, shall we? As the teams are currently shaking. We, of course, have the time in the top right-hand corner here now with the correct badges, which tells you exactly how far behind you I will be, because it will be ever so slightly behind you, although this time Amazon Prime, so I'll be slightly more in time than the rest of you, but that will say exactly where I am in the game. So if you wish to sync up, you can, or know exactly where I'm at. The other thing to say is, of course, if you are looking for a way to watch the game, it's being streamed on Amazon Prime in the UK. However, there are definitely other ways you can do it. If you scroll down into the link in the description below, there's a bit there called Join Our Discord. Lovely Hams Chat, West Ham community. But more importantly, fans of all clubs are welcome. If you scroll down on the left-hand side, there's a bit there called Stream Links, in which you will find what you're looking for. We have 465 likes, by the way, which is insane for us at this point in the stream. 465, which is absolutely wild. The teams are out there ready. We're just seeing Declan Rice there. Let's go through some of these 2-1s. Arsenal 2-2, 1-1, 1-1. Says my trustworthy friend Judas. Good to see you. 2-1. We're losing 3-1 or winning 5-3. Says M. Collingwood, the Hamalytics legend. 3-0 says Dean. Come on, Dean. That's what I'm talking about. 2-1. West Ham forever. 5-0 loss. 3-2. Let's hope we have a lucky log tonight. To see. 4-0, 1-1, 3-2, 2-0. The teams are about to kick off, ladies and gentlemen. West Ham are going to be the ones to do it. It's West Ham United versus Arsenal in the Premier League at the Emirates Stadium. And I think, is that Paqueta's going to be the one to do it as well? Paqueta's going to be the one to do it as well. He looks to be stretching. He's stretching his leg this entire time, by the way. They've just taken a knee, and he's stretching the entire time. I suspect Paqueta might have to come off pretty quickly here. But we're underway. Come on, you Irons. Deploy the boys. It's time to run 2 things. I am slightly terrified for Paqueta. I can't lie. 3-2. Thank you. It does happen. It does. I do tend to, it does happen. Ado, good to see you, mate. Appreciate you, as per. I need to get your name in the top thing, Ado, before you come back. I can't remember. What we got? 6-1, 4-1, 2-1, 4-0, 2-2, 2-2, 3-1, 3-1, 1-0, 6-1, 2-1, 5 with Paqueta 2, says Andy. Shot from Ward-Prowse goes over. First minute, first shot, over from Ward-Prowse. Comes out to him and he hits it first time. It's always rising. Lots of pressure on him. It's always rising, always rising. And they take it slowly. So just in case you were wondering, I mean, we've set up in the usual way we do tend to set up games. Despite the obvious success that we've had with Paqueta playing up front in recent games, getting goals late on in games with it. He has started on the left with Bowen up front, Kudus on the right. James Ward-Prowse in that sort of 10 furthest forward of the midfield 3 position pushing. Probably the right thing to do, you suspect. Come in and just hit a quick people's elbow. What's the West Ham equivalent of people's elbow? Thomas Souček flying header at the back post. I don't know. You know what I mean? Just bringing back the classics. Rice looks to spread the ball out to the right-hand side. Emerson cuts it out easily. There is Paqueta for the first time. Loses out the ball instantaneously, but thankfully Ogbonna covers. You said that half an hour ago. Paqueta loses the ball. Ogbonna covers. You'd probably be somewhat confused. Sort of constantly looking. Arsenal passing the ball around at the moment. Sort of constantly got one eye on Paqueta, seeing how he's moving. He seems to be moving a little more freely than he was doing. Saka looks to take on Emerson. It's nicely worked by Arsenal. Good covering from Emerson, who's having a brilliant season. Saka does well to nutmeg Alvarez. Odegaard looking to fight his way forward. Trossard with the ball. Nice. It's a nice idea from Paqueta. It doesn't quite work out to Bowen, but it was close. Sitting deep at the moment. We're in that deep shape. Just trying to see. Let Arsenal playing it around. Trying to force them into those corridors where they're going to go for the crosses. Odegaard, really nice flick around the back for Saka. Easily shot. The shot straight into the hands of Alphonse Areola. A bit terrifying that he managed to get that off. It's really nice play from Martin Odegaard. Just a little flick around the back and Saka knew where he was. Emerson decides to jump around him to stop giving away a penalty and it ends up giving Saka a shot. But thankfully it was incredibly tame. Incredibly tame. If only, Oscar. Imagine scoring goals. Yeah, we're quite good at goals at the moment, to be fair. Imagine scoring that many now. Potentially, although Paqueta does seem to be moving a little more normally than he was. He doesn't seem to be as messy. It was very scary at the beginning, but he seems to be all right now. Mr. Pardew, sir, my sage, my mentor, how are you? That's not a bad ball for Gabby Jesus. Ogbono's a little bit all over the shop, but Emerson just managed to cover as the ball comes back to Saka. Jesus in the box, looks for a weird flick for some reason, and we've just barged him into the corner. Odegaard almost managed to find his way through too easily. That little right corner quadrant, it's a bit of a scary proposition. Saka once again holding on to the ball, and Emerson pulls out again. Jesus Christ. Ball gets crossed, and Areola decides to sort of, I don't know if he touched it. I don't think he does in the end, but Saka, the ball in, is not bad. Does Areola get touched to it? I think he tried to and missed. Don't know. Either way, we have the ball. Kudus does really nicely to control that one with a lot of people around him. Finds Paqueta. Second time on the ball. Goes back to Emerson. It's been a couple of times where Emerson's been he's had Saka in his face and decided to sort of pull out to not give a penalty. Whether he's been told maybe not to just be aware of that or something, I don't know. But it's quite notable the way he's been jumping out of it. Jarrod Bowen does really well. They're battling for the ball. Really well. But it's right. It does feel a little bit that way, Glenn. It does feel a little bit that way. I would love a Nord. You know, I'd be big into a Nord. Saka picks up the ball on the right. I'd be here for it. I see people mention the ball. I forgot about that. I'll have a look in a sec. Odegaard lays it short to Rice. They're passing it around on the edge of the box. Usual sort of thing for us. Again, we're sat deep, just asking them to find a way through, and they're not finding it right now. Down that right side, they've had a bit of joy. Odegaard moving over to that side. Saka being involved. Saka's on board again here. Whips it in. It's not bad. Over the top of everyone. Thankfully, Thomas Souček is there to cut that one out. Does well. Zinchenko does well to win the ball back off Kudus there, to be fair. Zinchenko does very well then. Lays it short. Trossard looks for the inside for Martinelli. Can't find it. It's hooked away. Jarrod Bowen chases it down a little bit and then gives up the ghost. Maybe a bit too easily, and Arsenal have almost... I think Arsenal have all 10 outfield players in our half right now. I'll end the poll there and get the final score in a second. Martinelli lays it out wide to Zinchenko. Tries to cut it in. There's a claim for handball. I don't think so against Vladimir Coufal. His arms were down by his side. And he wins a throw in. We'll take that. The poll. Who would you replace Paqueta with? 20% said Fornals. 23% said Said Benrahma. 56% said Cornet. Very strong on the Cornet front. Very, very strong on the Cornet front. Not surprising. Not surprising when you look at the other two options, I guess. People who aren't very inspiring, I guess. So it's not a bad ball through to Jesus, who thankfully we covered well, but nice slotted ball there. Martinelli finds Odegaard. Back to Martinelli, tries to cross it, and it's good block by Vladimir Coufal. It's going to be a corner. Good block though. See, I don't know. He was stretching his leg a lot in the build-up. When he was going to take kickoff, he was constantly stretching his leg. And now he seems to be moving relatively normally for me. But if I was them, I would be targeting them as well, as Mark says. I think it's the smart thing to do from an Arsenal perspective. We're going to get a corner here from them. Their left, our right-hand side, in-swinger. Odegaard to take. Some movements from the Arsenal players. They're doing a James Ward-Prowse aiming at that near post. Easily headed away. Mohammed Kudus under no real pressure there. Just sort of hooks it clean backwards. Paqueta battles for that one. See, that's another sign that he's maybe feeling back to being okay again. The way he threw himself into that moment, he continues possession of the ball, but he really threw his body into it and seems to be moving around okay. We'll see how it plays out, though. We will see how it plays out. I strongly agree. Listen. I was a Norvite apologist. You know, I thought Norvite was all right. Many people disagreed with me on that one, and that's totally fair. But I thought he was all right. I was disappointed we let him go, to be honest. Vladimir Coufal wins the foul off Zinchenko. Thank you very much. That's a crap challenge from I'll be honest with you. I think he's probably lucky he didn't pick up a yellow. He went flying into that full stretch. So see what's going. Bro, he's gonna be flying in like prime AJ Styles. Wow. No messing. Zinchenko thinks he's sick. He doesn't know what's coming. He doesn't know the Czech fury that is on his way. It's going to be a free kick to us on the just on the right-hand touchline, just outside that right-hand corner quadrant. James Ward-Prowse is standing over it alongside Mohammed Kudus. It's whipped in from James Ward-Prowse. Well, it ends up deflecting off someone. It's going to be a goal kick. Stuchek was there, as was Ogbonna. Stuchek was claiming that it hit off an Arsenal player, but it did look like it hit off him to me. Sorry, I didn't know. Again, I've moved the microphone into a different place for stupid reasons. And sorry. My bad. Yeah, that was my chance, Rancid. That was my chance. I thought we could have got more. I sort of wanted him to get more as a free transfer. I was happy with it, but that's the way things go, innit? Saka, that's a nice flick through for Martinelli, who dinks it across. Thankfully, Jesus can't get his head onto it properly. It lands at the feet of Trossard, who manages to dribble his way into a slightly awkward position. Norgard leaves it. Brilliant work from Jarrod Bowen there. Just comes flying in. There was a moment where it looked like Declan Rice could have loaded up a shot, and Jarrod Bowen came flying in from behind. Good to see, sir. WP. We have... Here's the bench for you. Fabianski, Kera, Johnson, Cresswell, Fornals, Benrahma, Cornet, Ings and Mubama. Good ball in there to Arsenal, and thankfully a long shot from Trossard goes. Never stops rising. Crap, Lenny, is the way to say it. Crap is the YouTube safe way of saying it. To be fair, Kev, I'm watching on Prime as well, so who knows? Who knows? Although I think this is slightly ahead of where they're at. Now it's perfectly in time. Arsenal again, just on the edge of the area, trying to find it. We win a free kick. Thank you very much. James Ward-Prowse goes down under the foul of I think it was Trossard. Good to see you, Steve. Hope you're all right. Trossard just a little bit all over him there. Mate, shout Sofian Feghouli. Another person I thought was probably hard done by a little bit. I think he got more of a chance than Norvite did. To be fair, not by much, but he got more of a chance than Norvite did. But again, I mean, it was good business. Signed him on a free. Sold him for I want to say like 7 mil. So not too bad, but yeah. Paqueta gets the ball, nice flip through to James Ward-Prowse. Emerson on the underlap. You love to see it, getting forward into a good position on the left-hand side. Emerson back to James Ward-Prowse. A little bit awkward, but we still have possession of the ball. Paqueta again. Looking to just step into him there, and he does really nicely to just drag the players out of position. Finds Emerson. That's not a bad ball in. Oh, goal! Bowen! Kudus! Souček! It's it! It's it! Thomas Souček with the goal! It's 1-0 to West Ham. Jesus Christ, it was a scramble. Good to see you, Matt, by the way. Thomas Souček has got the goal. I don't quite know how Arsenal haven't dealt with that. It's a beautiful play. Lucas Paqueta just dragging the players out of position, firing that through ball into the path of Emerson, who nice out on the left-hand side with a bit of time, whips in an absolutely brilliant ball. I'm trying to have a look at the replay here. It's an excellent cross by a really good cross from Emerson. I didn't know he had it in him. Jarrod Bowen just a little bit ahead of him, can't quite get there. Mix up from the Arsenal defence. Bowen pulls it back for Thomas Souček, who's completely in open space on the edge of the 6-yard box, who slots it home. Bish, bash, bosh. 1-0, and it's Thomas Souček with the goal. Let's go. Let's go. I can't see why it would be disallowed. You could maybe get the argument that the ball is out. We're looking at the replay again here. Robert Singleton. I mean, it's incredibly close, but surely would the referee's thing not go off if it? I'll leave it till we get kick off. I'll leave it till we get kickoff because the ball did look incredibly close, if not out of play. However, surely the thing would not go, no? It seems very close, Steve. If this Arsenal have got away with one massively, if this doesn't count, I'll be honest with you, because that defending was atrocious. Absolutely atrocious. And shows exactly how we can get at them. That left-hand side. He's in. The ball's in. I mean, the whole ball has to be across the line, right? Is that how it works? One frame on it looks like it might be out. They've moved it round one frame and it looks like it might be out, to be fair. The original frame they showed, the ball was definitely in. That second frame, it's a slither, but it looks like it's out to me. It does look like it's out. Like I say, I think Arsenal have got away with one if it doesn't count. I'll be honest with you, because that defending was all over the shop. All over the shop. VAR now. My God, that's insanely close. Bowen's knee is incredibly in the way. Mark Clattenburg, who's the VAR, who's the VAR like opinion guy for Amazon, saying that they need to find clear evidence that it's out. So he wouldn't be surprised if it's out. To me, it looks out. But the thing is, Jarrod Bowen's knee is directly in the way. We've got a second camera angle here they're now looking at. I do not envy the VAR officials right now. This is an incredibly difficult situation. This is incredibly difficult because the angle that's useful, his knee is directly in the way. His leg is directly in the way of where the line meets. So it's very difficult to say. Let's go. Thomas Souček with a goal. It counts. 1-0. 1-0. Like I said, I'll be honest. I thought Arsenal, if they didn't... Not that this should be the way this goes about, but they would have 100% have got away with one if that didn't count, because Jesus Christ was that defending all over the shop. Whether or not it should have counted or not is a different question. It's a different question entirely. But it does. It's West Ham United 1. It's Arsenal 0. Thomas Souček with a goal. Big, 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 big. Absolutely love the man. Absolutely love the man. Thomas Souček with yet another goal. 5th this season, apparently, according to the little exciting graphic that just came up. You went to school with Mark Clattenburg? Pardonnez-moi. Is that true? Was he in your year? Because that's wild. White, who gets forward there. Plays it now to Saka on this right-hand side. Rice back to Saka, who's looking to try and create a bit of space. Lays it to Trossard, whose touch is awkward and heavy. And it lays straight into the path of Mohammed Kudus, who's looking to sprint directly at Zinchenko. Run at him. He's going to have to foul you, and he's going to get a yellow. I'll tell you what, Martinelli does well there, just to come back and block him off. We're going to get a throw in, but Sufal looks like he's loading up a long throw, but Martinelli did well there, just to come in, get that 50-50 shoulder block in, just to put Kudus just that little bit off, and Zinchenko ends up running out. I'm watching Arsenal versus West Ham United on Amazon Prime, Nigel. What are you watching? Anything good? Thomas Souček bundling over Ben White there. Also, Ross Noble. Oh, of course. I forgot where you're at. Ross Noble, low-key, absolute legend. Love the man. Love the man. Very jealous. I've got... I've got some of his shows on DVD, which says a lot. Also, clearly modelling his hair today. Big. Big. I'm not 20 minutes behind, Nigel. I am perfectly in time. I'm perfectly in time. For once, I'm perfectly in time. Arsenal passing it around now. Saka wide on the right-hand side in that corner quadrant. Again, 1v1 versus Emerson. Paqueta comes over and fouls him, if we're being honest. But play on happens. That felt like it was out. And it's a goal kick. We take that. Saka's asking why no foul, but I mean, he did get a play on from it. I thought it was, to be fair, to be completely clear, I think that was a foul. I think Paqueta fouled Saka there. But the problem is they end up playing on. So it's like, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? He's just, dude's a, I love him. I just love him. Yeah, me too. I regularly get in the YouTube recommend like his best bits from like 8 out of 10 Cats Does Countdown or whatever else. Paqueta seems to be moving better, which is good. Like, yes, that one. What a guy. My brother. My guy. Paqueta seems to be moving around better now, which is good. Like, I never thought he was moving around too badly, but now he's moving around relatively quickly. I haven't seen him stretching since the beginning of the game. The movement he did there before fouling the guy is good. So hopefully he seems okay. Areola trying to spread the ball across his long passing is just god awful. Saka wins the ball in a good work from Emerson. Very good work from Emerson. Him, Alvarez, and Paqueta just teaming up alongside James Ward-Prowse just to play our way out of trouble down that left-hand side is so nice. Emerson, good ball forward into James Ward-Prowse. He manages to get the play on into Paqueta. Couldn't quite get there. It's well defended, but we continue with the ball. Kudus turns. He's got the option of Soufal wide on the right-hand side. Picks him out. Souček finds Soufal wide on that right-hand side in that corner quadrant. Played backwards now. In control of the ball. It's interesting when we do get into these when we do have this advanced sort of possession inside their half, Paqueta tends to sort of float centrally and James Ward-Prowse takes up the position wide on the left-hand side. Seems somewhat counterintuitive, but it is interesting. Ogbonna with no real options there is forced to go back to Areola. Play it quickly, I would. He tries to punt it, that's going to go out. Soufal manages to keep it in just by headering it forward, but a little bit of pressure, a little bit of pushing. Keep going, go. We win the ball back. Well done. Well done from a bad pass from Areola. Well, a little bit of an overhit pass by Areola and Soufal doing the only thing he could do. We've managed to win possession back really nicely there. Ball forward from Soufal, punted into the path of Jarrod Bowen. He's not Mikel Antonio, that's not really the one, but good pressing from James Ward-Prowse. Went flying in, trying to stop it. Nicely done. We're doing well. Arsenal now on the ball. They're trying to make their way forward. You've got the 10 outfield players inside our half as they sort of just try to pass it around and find those spaces. I say those spaces. There's barely any. I think from the beginning of the game there was those early concerning moments where they were linking up well down the right hand side. Odegaard was drifting into the space and him and Saka linking up, finding little gaps in between, slick passing and stuff like that. Since then, it's not really happened too much, thankfully. Arsenal maybe finding themselves more out wide on the left-hand side where they've not really been able to do too much. And frankly, they've not been able to really create that much from then. And it's been regularly scheduled programming from a West Ham perspective. Saka tries to play it inwards to Ben White there, and the horseshoe is in full effect for Arsenal right now. They're going up to the right-hand side to Saka, and then that doesn't quite work out, so they go back. Ben White, Rice, Odegaard, Trossard, all the way out to Zinchenko on the other side. Just fully trying to find their way in, and it's just not really happening. Looking to try and cut it in. Jesus dropping deep. They find the ball out to Zinchenko there. Kudus comes flying across. Great tackle, Mohammed Kudus. He gets caught a little bit on himself there, and he does that sometimes. But Jarrod Bowen, a good interception, and he's just going to sprint it forward. Just run it as far forward as you can, mate. Wins a throw. Nicely done. Very nicely done. Game is 25. Nigel, the timer here is exactly where it is on the Amazon Prime stream. Exactly where it is. Whipped across, straight into the hands of Raya. That cross, unfortunately. You're doing well. Yeah, I think that. Listen, I think we're doing well. I think we're doing good. You know. Yeah, strongly agree, Richard. I think you're bang on. I 100% agree with you there. I don't think they're playing fast enough. Ellis, hopefully for your sake, we do well, bro. But yeah, I think we're doing well. Whipped in from Sitchenko, header away from Mavropanos. Jesus Christ, and then hooks it away. The header was strong, but it was deflects off Trossard, and then a second time. Trossard, maybe Odegaard, second time hooks it, and thankfully we've managed to defend that one. Scary moment. Scary moment. Yeah, usually we don't get this because I'm what feels like 20 minutes behind everyone else. Usually we don't get this. It's unfortunate when we're all watching on Amazon Prime now, but you know. Jesus limping a little bit there after I think it was a foul from James Ward-Prowse, maybe just a little tread on the foot, maybe. Yeah, I think it's a little bit. It's nothing bad. He's going to get a free kick from it, which is what it is. He pulls up. James Ward-Prowse just behind him. Unfortunately, treads on his foot. He'll be fine. It'll be fine. It is what it is. Well, I'll say this for my stream. I'm as live as it's possible to be. At half time when Geo comes, I'll refresh it and see if we can get a bit further forward or anything. But I'm about as live as I'm possibly going to be, unfortunately. Free kick to Arsenal. About 25 yards-ish away from goal, diagonal to the left-hand side. Not quite in the corner of the area, but just a little bit outside it. James Ward-Prowse, 18 as the drafting scooter, almost in a recovery position. Must be a terrifying prospect being that got a drafting scooter, knowing the ball might be about to absolutely cannon off. Although, why would you go for it otherwise? They take it short, look for it. It's an awfully worked free kick. Thank you very much. Cheers, lads. We'll be taking that. Mohammed Kudus plays himself massively into trouble, but somehow it was awful play from Kudus. But the fact we've managed to get, the fact we even had the chance to come away with that, he played himself into trouble ridiculously. He should have let the ball go about 3 separate times. We had a beautiful counter-attacking opportunity. Bonner just hooks it away. But you know, with Saka, thankfully, shot from range goes high and wide. Collingwood's in. You know, we've heard Doctor Who in the chat. Now we're here. Collingwood's bringing the heat. With the glass bigger on the inside and the outside, we've got the Sonic screwdriver references. We're here now. We're very here. Corner to Arsenal on the right hand side. Right there, left. It's going to be another in swinger. Odegaard to take. Is that Odegaard? No, it's not Odegaard. Odegaard's short. God knows who it is. Someone's taking it. Someone's taking it awfully. Vladimir Sufal heads it away. I'll be honest with you. Could have just left that go out. It would have been ours. Kudus battles with it. It's Trossard who took it. And Kudus wins the goal kick. Good way. Good work. We're getting 15 different replays now of the goal. Seeing if any of them seem obvious that's out. I'll be honest with you. I'm looking at it. I think it's out. I'll be honest with you. I do think it's out. But, you know, seeds. We'll take it. We'll take it all day. Getting back to the future references now, a bit of wibbly wobbly stuff. You love to see it. You do. You just love to see it. Rice plays it out wide to Saka. Paqueta comes in. Emerson just hooks it away. Paqueta leaves it for him to us. Good work. Half hour in. I'm really happy with this. I'm really happy with this. I think we're doing well right now. I'm happy with the way we're playing. This is a dangerous opportunity for Arsenal. If they play, they need to pick up the pace. Richard earlier said it in the chat. He's 100% correct. And this is a great opportunity for them doing it. And good save from Alphonse Areola, from point blank range. This is exactly what Richard was saying. They need to play quicker, and there they do. And Saka gets in there, fires in a header after a little flick over the top from Gabby Jesus. They are obsessed with that. But Alphonse Areola with a great reaction save. It's close to him. But in order to move in and get the block there, really nicely done. It's going to go out to a corner. This time, our left-hand side there, right. Saka's going to take it again in swinging. Going for that near post again. Headed away. Possession recycled a bit. Arsenal tried to play their way forward, but Paqueta collects the ball. That's really nicely. Good work, Lucas. He's pulled up. Paqueta's just pulled up. Arsenal fans cheering, by the way, can get in the bin. He's played really well the entire year. It looks like, I think Fornals or Ben Rama's coming on. David Moyes was saying someone. He's had a good game up until this point. But he collected the ball there, managed to wriggle away from a couple of Arsenal players, had the space to roam into, and he's gone down, which is a massive, massive loss to us. I think we've been playing really well so far, as the teams receive instruction and Lucas is receiving treatment on the pitch and we're getting ready to make it. I think we've done really well. We've done really, really well so far. It looks like Ben Rama's going to be the one to come on. It's a huge loss. I'll be honest, I think Ben Rama's the wrong shout. He's most similar to Paqueta, but he just slows the ball down so much. But then again, maybe you want him to slow down and get some sort of link-up play with Emerson going. I don't know. Paqueta is currently in conversation with the medics. I think he's done. Paqueta's done. He's going off. There was a moment where he looked like he might be coming back on, but he's walked across. I think he's going to go back on. Paqueta, what a guy, by the way. I think he's saying right now he's going to go on until Ben Rama's ready. Yeah, look, he's Ben Rama's now ready to come on, so he's gone back off. That sucks. Say Ben Rama is going to be making his way on for Lucas Paqueta. Cornet is on the bench, Christopher. In fact, I'll run the bench across the bottom of the screen there, just in case you joined late and we don't want to see it. There you go. Yeah. Paqueta, unfortunately, has left the field. Saeed Ben Rama on. We've done really well. We've been playing really well. James, please don't stress me out on this. We've been doing really well today. I think we've played to our games. I think we've played to our strengths. I think we've done exactly what needs to be done. We've been, I don't know, maybe commentators just brought on AFCON. Maybe have they announced all their squads yet? I don't know. I've not really been paying attention to it. I've just sort of when it's been a Christmas break and stuff, I've just sort of zoned for football out of my brain when I didn't need it. So Gary Jesus looking to shoot from range, looks to wiggle his way in. Thomas Suchek with a good block. First touch from Saeed Ben Rama, instantly loses out on the ball. Poor pass goes into the path of Leandro Trossard. Ben White looking to cross the ball in. It deflects off Emerson. It's going to be a corner. It's a big opportunity, Christopher. It's a huge opportunity. I mean, this is the hope, right? This is the hope. I mean, like I say, I don't know if they've announced it, so maybe he has the opportunity to play his way into the squad. I doubt it. But I think this is a massive opportunity because when Kudus does obviously go to African Cup of Nations, which is supposedly after this game, but when he does go to AFCON, we are going to have to shift some things around a little bit regardless. So it's a massive opportunity for Ben Rama to put his stake in the ground and say, I'm the person that has to come into the starting 11. Played in. Oh my God, thank Christ. The ball from Zinchenko, and White gets a header onto it from the corner, and it goes wide. They look to play it short that time instead of doing the in-swinging cross to the near post they have been doing. And Zinchenko tried to play it in. Doing different corner kick routines to the last time we faced them, Arsenal. They were trying to do the all hovering around at the back post and then charging across to take advantage of the zonal marking. But doing some different stuff this time because that did not work for them. Going to be a foul against foul for Gabby Jesus there against Mavropanos, former Arsenal man. I mean, part of it also is like, I mean, look, it's what you're saying here, right? Come on, Benny, take your chance. I think part of it is even if he is going, like, I think it's a great opportunity to put yourself in the shop window against Arsenal, you know? I think there's no bad side. There's no bad thing for him to come on, you know? I don't necessarily disagree with you, Rancid. I'm definitely a Pablo Fornals apologist. I don't think he's playing particularly well at the moment, but then again, I don't think Ben Rama's playing particularly well at the moment. I think the difference is Ben Rama just slows down the play so much, you know. He just slows down the play so much, which if him and Emerson can find a bit of connection, that might actually help. To be fair, that might actually help because he can get the overlaps. Jesus plays it into Odegaard. Saka back across. Arsenal lining up here. Shot goes well wide from Martinelli. It's going to be a goal kick. Thank Christ, the Arsenal players were absolutely lining up there. It's going to go to VAR because Gabby Jesus was down in the area, but they were lining up. Just quickly playing it across, just constantly. Thomas Suchek went flying in to get the block and... Yeah, no foul for me. Gabby Jesus literally jumped over the ball. At no point does he have connection. At no point does he have any control over the ball. No pen for me. And the VAR says no either. Does very much feel that way, doesn't it? Does very much feel that way. It's a huge moment for Ben Rama. It's a massive opportunity for him to put his name on the team sheet, but at the same time, like the defensive stuff that Paqueta does, the build-up that Paqueta does, I mean, it's just such a massive downgrade, which is why I would have gone with Fornals, because for me, at least the defensive side isn't as bad, and as much as the build-up isn't as good as Paqueta's, obviously he's at least playing it quickly and keeping up the momentum. So, yeah. No. I'll tell you what I did get though, Dean. Right, and this is due to my girlfriend's brother, who is a DJ. This is something you'll appreciate, Dean. Who's a DJ? He got new decks, so he gave me. So vibes. But he has some new professional, very expensive, huge ones that are incredible that we were messing around with earlier today. And he gave me that. So, we're moving. Charlie's getting back in the DJ game after 10 years or so. Maybe longer than that, actually 15. It's been 15 years since I was DJing, so we're back. We're back. Past Arsenal passing it around. So difficult. I don't want to be too harsh on Ben Rama because it obviously is difficult to come into a game like cold like this. I mean, obviously he's warmed up and stuff, but game already in full flow, everything happening, and he's just got to have to get used to it instantaneously. And for the most important player in the team, it's obviously an incredibly difficult thing to do, but this is a really good opportunity. Again, Ogbonna does really well, gets in there. Mohammed Kudus battling for it, loses out. Souček gets a foot in. Mohammed Kudus collects the ball. Go. This is a good opportunity for counter-attack. Mohammed Kudus just wasn't looking up. He wins a free kick. But I would prefer the counter-attack than I would anything else there. I would prefer the counter-attack than I would, but Mohammed Kudus, he does really well to battle for the ball. Thomas Souček gets a foot in on Gary Jesus, stops him, and then he just heads down and goes forward, and Saka came flying in behind. It's an easy foul. It's an easy foul, but I would have preferred the counter-attack if he looked up and maybe managed to play the ball out. We did a halftime DJ set. Well, you know. I need to figure out some things first. AKA how to, with the current setup, it just wouldn't come out through the thing. So I could DJ and just listen to it myself and be like, oh, you missed that. That drop was mad. But, you know. No. Never. My man drops all the biggest bangers. Could never. Out wide to Saka. Plays it across Thomas, James Ward-Prowse getting in there, just stopping other guards from being able to play forwards. White to Rice. The Arsenal fans are desperate for him to shoot from range. Great work from Edson Alvarez, just stopping him from being able to do anything, just charging him down constantly. Little 1-2, and then he comes flying back in again. Good work from Edson. This is going to be a long game. Without Paqueta now, our deep build-up is just gone. So we are in for a long game. Zinchenko plays it out wide to Martinelli. Into that left-hand corner quadrant. Back over the top. They love that little hook. They love that little scoop over the top straight into the hands of Areola. The cross was awful. They love that little scoop over ball pass over the top to Arsenal. They keep going for it non-stop. Just keep doing it. No matter what the position is. Just whack. Every single time. It's just long. To be fair, I'll tell you what, at half time is going to happen. Geo's going to have a long talk about what the hell we do without Paqueta while I go to the toilet, because it is necessary today. Ball comes straight back at us again. It's a beautiful opportunity. Saka off the post, and Jesus Christ, it flies. Holy moly, that was insanely close. Edson trying to play the ball forward. Everyone's just sort of a bit too slow. It's into no man's land, and Arsenal play it through the lines very quickly, and Saka smashes it, looking for that near post in between Areola. It's past him, and it hammers off the post. And then the ball comes back, and I don't know who it bounces off. I think it was Trossard. It deflects off of and goes out for a goal kick. But Jesus Christ, it's going to be a long one. Throw in forward from the throw-in. We move. Out wide to Emerson. Benny. Emerson back to Ogbonna. Brighton are 3-0 up, by the way, against Tottenham. Emerson fouled. Thank you very much. I didn't really think that was about... really think that one was a deep foul, but there we go. Yeah, maybe it was. I'll be honest, the referee's going to have to start pulling out cards at some point here. He's been very reluctant to so far. I think Zinchenko maybe got away with a yellow card he could have gotten earlier on in the game. And Saka, a couple of little nibbly little fouls happening. Kudus does really well there. He's going to take a shot. Wouldn't have taken a shot, but it's going to be a corner. Surely. Again, eyes for goal, Kudus. We've got a bit of a problem here. We've got two people with blinkers for goals, with Kudus and Benrahma. One of them will at least get it on target, Kudus. Benrahma, who knows? We'll find out. It's changed massively, Jeff. It honestly, it feels completely different to what it was. I can't lie. Right, we're going to take a corner from the from our right hand side. Bowen and James Ward-Prowse stepping over it. Seems like a waste. It was, but Benrahma's there. He's going to shoot. Oh, he dinks it back across. Benrahma Bowen approaching. Somehow it's a foul against Bowen. To be clear, I don't think it was a foul anywhere there, but it definitely wasn't one against Bowen. But sure, okay, fine. Sure, okay, fine. Arsenal are just able to play it just that little bit quicker. It feels a lot more pressure since Paqueta's gone. Feel like we're under a lot more pressure. They're able to just play it that little bit faster out. It's that ability that Paqueta has. He drops deeper than Saïd Benrahma does. He gets involved in the defending a lot more than Saïd Benrahma does. But not only that, he's able... Oh, that's a great ball over the top again. Trossard there, thankfully, to pull across, deflects off Ogbonna straight into the hands of Areola. But yeah, it's just... That deep build-up as well. Paqueta able to control the ball, even where he just went off from when he went off injured. That ability to drop deep, pick up the ball, take it past the man, and then just stride into that gap. With just the pressure, we're not able to relieve it at all. Big boot there. It's going to be one straight away by Arsenal. Areola's long kicking is awful. Big half time from for us. It couldn't come soon enough, frankly, for a start. Arsenal was still overplaying, but we're just all over the shop. We want to be push them now. No, don't walk away from them. Press them. 5 minutes. Louis. My G. Yeah, our third kit, which is the one we're rocking tonight, I don't like. I like our away kit, our normal away kit, the white one. I like that one. This blue number, you know, can't say I'm for it. Good interception there from Mavropanos, who's just going to stride forward. He was looking to play the ball to Benrahma the entire time. It was played behind him. It was a poor pass, and Benrahma's had to go all the way back to Emerson, who's had to go all the way back to Areola. Just charge forward. It's a shame because Mavropanos did well there. He picked up the ball, went for it. It was a little 1-2 option. He started going for the run, but yeah. 5 minutes of stoppage time, one gone. Our best third kit was the black and gold. Yeah, I strongly agree. The black and gold was real good. I'm hoping the fact that Paqueta managed to at least play half an hour shows that it's not too deep. Like, it's not going to be a big problem. Like, I know some of you were talking about what's going to happen in the January window and all that stuff. I don't know. We'll have to see what the prognosis is. Oh, Kudus does really well there. Through to Jarrod Bowen. It's a nice idea. I tell you what, it's well cut out. It's well cut out there by Saliba, but nice idea. We're still showing we've got something. But yeah, I'm hoping that the fact he at least played a bit shows that he's not too injured, you know? That's what I'm choosing to tell myself. Zinchenko tries to play forward. Arsenal on the ball again. In a better position here. We just need to slow down their build-up play, like we were doing before. The injury. Just slow it down. Really, just stop them from being able to play through the lines. Good interception there from Benrahma. Poorly done from Ben White. Bowen lays it out quickly to James Ward-Prowse. He's got Benrahma on the underlap. He finds him. Emerson's dead. Benrahma, please. It's a speculative ball. I mean, James Ward-Prowse is going to charge it down Robert Snodgrass style. Bless him. A little bit more energy from Bowen there. We might have been able to get in there and stop that one from getting forward. Maybe even an intercept, but they can come forward here. Arsenal, Odegaard, that's a nice ball out wide to Zinchenko on the left. Soufal meets him. Arsenal again just taking their time. This is nicely done again. Just slow them down. Odegaard, nice little flick through of Jesus. He goes down there asking for a pen. I didn't see it personally, and he's straight back up again, which suggests it's not one. Martinelli, apparently handball. I didn't think that was a handball, but there we go. Yeah, for those who saw someone asking, I can't find a comment now about what happened to Paqueta. He got injured in the... I'll tell you what, that is a beautiful tackle. That is a brilliant tackle from Ogbonna. I'll tell you what. We were terrified. He's had a decent game today so far, Ogbonna. We've been terrified, but that was an absolutely outstanding tackle in the area, deep, stops it, last ditch challenge, straight away, ball clean as you like. Love to see it. Love to see it. But yeah, for those if you missed it, Paqueta went down in the in the warm up before the game. Ended up playing despite that, and then half an hour in pulled up again. So obviously came off for Ben Rama. That's a point. The teams at the bottom, they're currently incorrect. Arsenal looking to play through again. Blocked. A big boot from Areola. Completely unchallenged header from Saliba there. Souček wins the challenged header. Comes flying in on Declan Rice. Can't quite get there. Trossard looking for the long shot. And Ogbonna gets another block. I tell you what. Fair play, Ogbonna. He's having a good game. He's having a good game. He's been more than solid. He has. It's a terrifying inclusion, but he's actually done quite well if we're being honest about it. Which again is not something we would have thought would have happened. That's not a nice idea there from Bowen trying to find Ben Rama. Doesn't quite work, and there is the halftime whistle. Halftime 1-0 West Ham. It's difficult not to be happy with that if we're being honest about it, given the fact that our best player has gone off injured, and we are obviously up against the cost of Arsenal. It's difficult to not be happy with what we've got. Having said that, it's going to be a long second half. It feels like a very, very long second half. The problem that we all thought when the lineups happened in Angelo Ogbonna didn't actually end up being that too much of a problem, to be honest with you. It's gone quite well for him. It's not been that deep. He's done really well. That last ditch challenge there to stop them going through basically 1v1 in the area, completely clean as you like, taking the ball out really nicely. Done a couple of other really nice challenges as well. I think for the most part we've dealt with what we needed to, but I would be remiss to say that there hasn't been an absolutely gargantuan shift. It feels like once Paqueta came off, I mean, the pressure is significantly more. The ability to build up is significantly less. I mean, the drop off is gargantuan. It's huge, absolutely massive, and that is going to have to be something that we're going to have to deal with in the second half, because we've got a long half to go, and hopefully now Ben Rama's got into the game a little bit. Maybe the second half won't be as difficult as the first half has been for him. I don't have much hope in that. But yeah, without Paqueta, it's obviously a massive blow. But we're 1-0 up. We're 1-0 up. Do I think it was a goal? No. I'll be honest with you. I don't. I think it went out. But as the rules go about, there has to be clear evidence that the on-field decision was wrong or whatever it is. So that's why it gets concluded, because frankly, Jarrod Bowen's leg is in the way. Now, I think it was out, but you can't say for certain it was out, and then therefore it is what it is. I take it. 1-0, we take it. But it is going to be an incredibly long second half. One that's going to be very long. But yeah, I agree, Paul. Oggy rolling back the years. You love to see it. You absolutely love to see it. Kudus and Bowen should switch, says Artel. Do you know what? They wouldn't necessarily be against it. I'd have to think about it a bit more, but I wouldn't necessarily be against it. Brighton are winning 4-0. Spurs 4-0 down. You hate to see it. Say you hate to see it. It doesn't matter which team you support today, as long as you're not a neutral, you probably love to see it. I reckon there was a slice of ball still on the line. Good goal. I reckon it was out, but I understand the way the rules work. It just is what it is. Chris' defender well says, okay, I agree. I agree with you. Extra potato salad for Thomas at half time for his effort, says FPB. Gio, how are you feeling?
I'm buzzing, Charlie. I'm absolutely loving this.
I was just saying, I can't find it in me to be too negative, given we're up and
we're winning.
Charlie,
we could park the bus for the remaining 45 minutes and not have another shot for the rest of the game. If we win, I'm going to be absolutely ecstatic.
Oh yeah, of course. Oh, no, it's what I'm saying. I think that obviously, did you see as big a switch? Not switch, as big a change. It felt like when Paqueta came off. It did feel Arsenal were getting significantly more joy than they were pre that.
Yeah, because we don't have someone that can hold the ball up. Paqueta
Yeah.
can do that. You can give it to Paqueta, and he can hold off any defender really. Even if it's just for a few seconds, you can get up ahead of him, and he'll give you the ball back. So we don't really have that. Kudus can do it, but Kudus is more of a turn and run kind of player, where Paqueta can literally just stand still and guard the ball. Whereas Kudus can kind of do it, Bowen can kind of do it, but nobody can do it anywhere near as good as Paqueta. So we've definitely lost that option from the team. I mean, I was surprised he took Benrahma on ahead of Fornals, given that we were already 1-0 up.
Yeah.
So there's a few areas of concern, perhaps, but I think everybody's played well.
Yeah.
I'm liking what
Ogbonna.
Oh, he's done fantastic. There's
I
been one or
know.
two moments they've got in between him and Emerson, but it's going to happen. It's going to happen. Arsenal just a damn fine side. Incredibly surprised at how well Ogbonna's played him. I'm really pleased. I'm really happy so far, Charlie.
Yeah, like you said, there's been a couple of moments, but I mean, it's Saka, it's Odegaard. They're not exactly bad players. And I think, that last ditch challenge, he just stopped them when they were claiming for a pen. I'm gonna sneeze. Bless me. When they were claiming for a pen, just clean as you like, getting it in there. I think that moments when you're in the deep, when you're struggling, that's when he comes alive. When that's where he still has it. Obviously, when you're asking him to do anything else, it's a bit of a problem. But yeah, I can't, like I say, I can't find it in me to be negative about that. As much as the last 15 minutes or so after Paqueta gone off have been very, very, very scary. I think actually after that, the longer it went on, the more comfortable we got. And yeah, I'm happy with it. I think we got away with on the goal. I think it was out. I understand the rule, like it was being explained on the thing, that VAR have to find clear evidence of that the on-field decision was wrong. The on-field decision was a goal. Jarrod Bowen's. Listen, I'm very glad he's been not skipping leg day, because his leg was directly in the way. Thank Christ for that. I think personally it was out, but you can't say for certain. But hey, listen, that's the way it goes. I'm happy. I'm very happy, Jim.
Yeah, I agree. I think it might have been out by a millimetre or two, but like you said, there's nothing conclusive there. This is where the edge of the ball is a bit blurry, isn't it? You can't define whether it's out or not. And like you said, Bowen's ties, and they have to stick with the on-field decision. Likewise, if the Lionel put his flag up immediately and said, actually went out corner, I would expect a corner to have been the decision. Sure. But well done to Bowen for not giving it up. Really good finish by Thomas Suchet. Really good cross by Emerson as well, which just caused chaos in the defence. And we only got forward on a couple of occasions, but when we had, they've been bloody good. Shooting, going out for a corner, we'll take that. It's going to be a long 45 minutes. It's going to be very testing. They're going to throw the kitchen sink at us, and I'm not confident we're going to win yet, Charlie. I'm optimistic. Yeah, of course I am. We're winning. I'm absolutely buzzing. But am I confident we can see off what is an inevitable onslaught? I'm not really sure. But the boys are giving it everything. I've got no doubt that if we don't come away with a win, it'll just be because of the quality Arsenal have got. But like I said, if we park the bus for the next 45 and win this one, 1-0, I could be absolutely buzzing in 45 minutes' time.
Yeah, I agree. I'll be back in a minute, Jim.
Cheers, Charlie. Right, let's see what you're all saying. Brandon says not the scoreline, it's the performance and coverage. The effort is phenomenal. We saw 0 that against Liverpool. We're still getting away possession too easily, though. Tyler said we're playing well. I think shame we lost Paqueta. We're losing both attack and defence there, I think. Hoping we hold on for a second half. Can't stand the thought of Arsenal winning the league. Dean says, just watched it again. Linesman on the other side gave it as in. If you watch the replay, he's bang in line. Yeah, no, Dean, that's why they gave the goal. Had the linesman gave the corner, I think they would have stuck with the corner on the pitch, but they couldn't find solid evidence to overturn the on-field decision, so they had to go with whatever that was. Unfortunately for us, Lino said goal. Cameron said, I'll be honest, it's nothing against Benrahma, but I'd sub him back off for Kane. He just isn't sharp enough to be. I think he might. We've still got 4 subs to go. And if you play like this and come to the last 15 minutes and Moyes is getting a bit itchy and wants to make a sub, I think Benrahma will possibly be the first name that will be coming back off. I think it'll possibly be for Fornals, just to give us that defensive shield in front of Emerson. William said, thank God for Alvarez going under the radar here, but he's been everywhere in a third centre-back. It's thanks to him Souček was in the position he was and why he scored so many this season. I think the way they were going about our tactics using Alvarez, I think, has been fantastic. In possession, he's sitting as a third centre-back. Out of possession, he's pushing up into midfield to push Ward-Prowse further forward so that he can help Jarrod Bowen with the counter-attack. He's playing two different roles. I think he's been fantastic as a defensive midfielder, snapping at the heels of some players. I think he's been brilliant as a centre-back. He's the one that's bringing the ball out from defence, playing out one iffy one, which was that long one to Benrahma. But I do think Benrahma could do more. Would he have got there? Possibly not. I'd like to see Benrahma just be stronger in that position, try and get the ball rather than wait for it to come to him. But I think the tactic around Alvarez is brilliant. It's not. We've seen it similarly to Brighton away, but I think he's been really good today. Nathan said, amazing Kudus bodying people in defence and just transitioning that into the attack. Richard says, I get the feeling Rice doesn't like playing against us. I'll be honest, I don't like Rice playing against us either. Every time he gets the ball outside the box, I'm thinking, just leave it out. You can almost see the headlines, and I just don't want it. Pickle says, Bonner's done okay defensively, but on the ball I'm worried. I've seen Milk turn quicker. Benrahma looks low in confidence, but boy, do we have a player in Kudus. He's been immense. Keith says, we can't sustain this for another 45 minutes. They will score eventually, and then we're in trouble. I hope I'm wrong. I'm a bit like that as well, Keith. I do think it's maybe a big ask, but we can do it. But the other thing is, while we are doing this defensive thing, we can also score. So can we keep a clean sheet? Possibly not. But can we also, in the meantime, grab a second? Maybe. I know we haven't had many attacks and there's not been loads of encouragement, but as we've seen in previous weeks, you only need one with Bowen and Kudus. We've lost Paqueta, that's a blow, but Ward-Prowse is getting forward quite well today. I think his passing's been pretty sharp, but Kudus is looking good, Bowen's looking good. We just need one. And they're getting further and further forward. And all it takes is one break from them two, and we're in. Right, let's skip the chat a little bit so that I'm not that far behind when Charlie comes back. Mike says, hopefully we don't mess up this lead. It'll be typical West Ham. Carl is worried but believes in Bowen and Kudus. That much they can create without even thinking. I'm a bit like that as well. Fred said, Arsenal come strong second half. Need warriors now. We can do it. Stretch their defence. 10 behind the ball. Atta says, Kudus, what a defender. Can't disagree with that one at all. Jacob said we could keep him at bay until the 70th minute. I think we've got this. Davis would like to just go in the middle. I think he's good where he is, actually. I think he's having a good game defensively and looking at a threat going forward. Brandon says, don't we all just love this hope that we have while we all still believe there may be a chance of getting something from the game? I absolutely love it. I'm buzzing at half time. I'm sitting, Charlie, I'm sitting cheering clearances. Every time we boot it away from the 18 yard, I'm like, yes, lads, get in there. I'm celebrating like it's like the 90th minute clearance. I love it. Absolutely love it. Listen, would I be like this if we were playing Burnley and we were defending like this? No. If this is what I see against Luton, I'd be like, what are we doing? But it's not. It's away to Arsenal. People want us to play like Man City. Listen, I want us to play better football. But who do you want us to play like? Man City? Well, Arsenal beat Man City at the Emirates. Brighton, Arsenal beat Brighton at the Emirates. You play like them, Arsenal will beat you. This is where, Moyes has got a chance to overturn a personal record as well, which is a nice one, which is you never won at the Emirates in the Premier League as a manager, or Highbury. He's that old. I'm excited. Charlie.
I went to Highbury in primary school. That's how old that man is. I was in primary school when Highbury was around, and Jesus Christ, now I'm 30. No, I agree with you, and I think one thing I imagine you would say have said already the same during halftime. With Bowen and Kudus, you stand a chance. You always stand a chance of getting another goal.
That's what I said. Some people said we're not going to keep a clean sheet. I said we don't need to. Well, we might not need to. We could get a second in the meantime.
I think I agree with most people. I think it will be difficult to keep a clean sheet. Don't get me wrong. It's going to take one hell of an insane effort from the players on the pitch to be able to stop Arsenal from scoring in the second half. It's going to take literally everything. I think we've got most of the right players to do it. But yeah, I think realistically, see, even towards the end of that half, we saw Bowen and Kudus creating a opportunity practically by themselves. With those two there, you've always got a chance. All it takes is Arsenal, who are going to be... let's be honest. They're going to be committing. They're going to be putting everything out there. They have a tendency to have all 10 of their players inside our half. When they do that, all it takes is for us to get the ball out of there once, and for them to be flying forward. And both Kudus and Bowen are both super clinical.
Yeah, I think
that's all we need.
One moment. Disappear. By the way, meringue was a solid 10. I've never had a bad lemon meringue pie yet. Actually, I've generally not had a bad one. But what I will say is, I think Ben Rama might be subbed off. And it's not
I was thinking the exact same. I was literally just thinking the same thing.
Said it while you're away, because we get to the 70th minute, we're 1-0 up. If they play like they have done so far, we just replicate that for another 25 minutes. You're probably thinking, I need to get Fornals on for Ben Rama just to protect Emerson. So this low confidence he's got, I think, might be a way to get a little bit lower. And I'm not blaming David Moyes for this, by the way. It's a situation which may present itself. Obviously, if we're losing, you need Ben Rama on the park. But should we find ourselves with a lead with 20 minutes to go, and Moyes starts to get a little bit of an itchy finger and pressure to making a sub, is possibly the one you're looking at thinking he's the one that can make way, because you don't want to take off Kudus or Bowen for as long as they're able to continue. They can't come off, especially with Paqueta off the park already. Yeah. Alvarez is insane with his role that he's playing tonight. Like, he's been our best centre-back and our best midfielder. It's incredible. Yeah. And you just don't touch that defence while they're performing like they are. So even by process of elimination, he becomes a substitute. So it could be a bit of an awkward one.
The teams are out, by the way, Gio, just to let you know.
Cheers, Charlie.
See you at full time. There you go, everyone. Gio Mackie. We'll be back to talk more sense like that at full time. So if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe and hit that bell notification button, because he will be live straight after the game. I'll be spamming the link in the chat, and it'll be moving straight over there automatically anyway. But West Ham and Arsenal are both out once more. I don't believe there's any changes at halftime, which means we'll be once more onto the breach. It's going to be a long second half. One that we do every single game here. We're the most consistent fan channel by far when it comes to watch along. So if you haven't already, make sure to like the video, because it helps us out massively. Having said that, a crap ton of you have. We're on 561 likes, so we are absolutely flying. But as a West Ham, 1-0 up against Arsenal away. Come on, you irons. Deploy the boys. It's time to run. Two things. A big half of football to come. A long half of football to come. It's probably going to feel like Arsenal playing the ball quickly down the right-hand side, trying to get in early, continue the onslaught from the first half. Declan Rice on the ball, thankfully just pushing them away. This is nicely done. I'm hoping that now Ben Rama's had 20 minutes, 15 minutes in the game, I'm hoping that he's got a bit more speed. He's got a bit more into the speed of the game now, and can hopefully help out a little bit more than he was in the first half, and we don't look as bad. It felt like a little bit. Well, this is really dangerous from Arsenal. Trossard in the box, thankfully, just completely fluffs his lines, and we managed to force it into a throw, and we take that. But yeah, I'm hoping that that's the way it happens, and we can be a bit more comfortable defensively than we were once Ben Rama came on. The bells are ready. The bells are active. We have an entire nest -1. No, neither of us have eaten any since the last stream, so we have an entire nest -1 in the fridge, ready if necessary, if the chat deem it. Arsenal passing it around to the back. Us maybe not getting as involved as I'd want us to be in the press here. It's a bit standoffish, but it'd be bad for us to overstretch and then to score instantaneously in the first half. In the opening moments of the second half, it'd be very annoying. Come on, Lee. That's what I'm talking about. Can you see him? There's a bunch of... You probably can't see him. Where the Christmas tree, there's a bunch of Pringles that I've just been absolutely demolishing over the day. I know, they could have been in the fridge right beside me. I know. We missed a move. That's my vibe, Thomas. That's my vibe. Give us a step up here that we can use, a platform to build on. Little scoop pass again. They love that pass, Arsenal, into the path of Gabby Jesus, who collects the ball. Angelo Bonos meets him. That's really well to cover him up. Bonner just stops him from doing anything there. Ben Rama gets in and nips the ball away. The pass away is realistically the only option he had. Arsenal collect the ball again. Play across, and Edson Alvarez once more showing he's a beautiful man. El Mashin stopping that one from getting any further in. It's going to be a corner to Arsenal. I did notice that the percent, you know, that percentages thing. I don't understand how they figure it out, but you know, there's a percentage thing that pops up in the bottom corner where after goals or whatever, they always say like what the percentage are for the results. Arsenal win, West Ham win, and a draw. I did notice our percentage for the win was like 40 something, and Arsenal's was 20 something, and the draw was whatever. I don't remember. So looking for the drive out to the edge. Tell you what, well met, Mohammed Kudus. Very well met. Trossard can stay down if he wants. There's no foul there, bro, so you can do whatever you want. Gonna sneeze? Bless me. Bless me. Trossard still somehow down on the floor, you know? To the edge of the area. It's a nice driven cross from the corner to Trossard on the edge, and Kudus does really well to fly out and stop that one. He seems to be holding his wrist, Trossard. I'm not sure. Not sure why. The referee went across, said something to him, stayed with him, walked away. Trossard continued to be down. I can't tell what's wrong with Trossard. He seems to be in several different things, but you know, who knows? Yeah. That's one. I like stats. I'm into stats. I understand most stats and how they work. That one, no clue. Not the foggiest. Shoulder, yeah, it could be a shoulder thing because he was holding his arm in a really specific way. So maybe it was a shoulder thing. Maybe it was how he landed. I don't know. Todd, for your sake, I kind of hope it doesn't happen because that sounds like a bad time. But you know, we'll take it. We'll take it, bro. Arsenal playing it around. Positioning not perfect for us. Hopefully we can, yeah, we stop them enough to find that deep positioning. So foul, Jesus Christ, that's a terrifying header away. It's worked out, but it was terrifying. Martinelli controls it inside the box, tries to dink it in, thankfully. It's over the top of everyone. We leave it to go out, and that's going to be a goal kick. It's going to be a goal kick. Terrifying moment there. That back heel, another thing that Arsenal have been doing the entire game. Just little pullback flick that Paqueta does really well. Paqueta does really well. And they've been finding joy and success and space using that. But yeah. Zinchenko on the ball in that central midfield position. Plays it through the lines. Martinelli wide on that corner quadrant. Finds a 1-2 with Trossard. Heavy touch. Easily cleared away from Mavropanos. No one there. This half is long so far. 6 minutes gone. Jarrod Bowen charging after it. So is James Ward-Prowse. Ben Rama getting involved with the press now. We're maybe committing a little bit too much there. Arsenal 2 passes go from inside their own half to in the corner quadrant with Bukayo Saka. Plays it back to Odegaard. Lays it short. Good interception from Emerson. Nicely done. Pinged forward. Deflects off Declan Rice. Under pressure from Syed Ben Rama, who almost managed to get in there, but Saliba lays it short and Arsenal can come again. Just ran directly into trouble there, Odegaard. Martinelli looks to whip the ball in, headed away, thankfully, from Angelo Ogbonna. Sufal nods it on. Control down from Jarrod Bowen. Nicely done. Into the path of Mohammed Kudus. Tried to take on Gabriel, and he does well there, Gabriel, to stop him. Arsenal can come away with the ball once more. I can imagine Scott. I can imagine very much. Hope you're well, by the way. Martinelli wide on the left-hand side. Looks to try and cut inside and shoot. Can't quite find the gaps. Zinchenko, they're laying it around. There is the Declan Rice shot. Jesus, it was close, but no cigar. They've been desperate for a Declan Rice shot the entire game, the Arsenal fans. Every time he's on the ball anywhere near the area, you get the shoo sound. And he puts it onto his strong foot. And then, thankfully, it's no dice on that one. No dice. Not a great shot either. He just sort of powers it. It's Danny DeVito, Ellis. It's that I haven't tested this button in weeks. No? Okay, it didn't zoom in on Danny. It's Danny DeVito. The rain is it's lashing down, the rain now. Ben Rama looking for the nice reverse pass over the top for... Almost managed to find Bowen. It was a nice idea. Gabby Jesus plays it out wide. Martinelli back in towards Jesus. Trying to overplay it. Nice defending. Come away with the ball. Mohammed Kudus drifts past Zinchenko. He's not even there. Takes on Declan Rice. Sends him the wrong way. Plays the pass across to Jarrod Bowen. Nicely done. Let's create an opportunity from this one. Jarrod Bowen charging into the space. Lays it short to Emerson. Fires it across the box. And I tell you what. It's blocked from Ben White. It's going to be a corner. Going to be a corner. Nice counter-attack from us. These are the opportunities we really need to make the most out of. It's a lot. It's going to be a long old game of football, a long half. The 3 minutes since the 51st minute has seemingly gone on for about 10 to me. So we're going to have to make the most of these opportunities when we do get those counter-attacks. It's going to be a corner. James Ward-Prowse is the one who's going to take it. It is unfortunately going to be that near post corner, I suspect, in swinger. At least that's what we usually get from these sort of positions. Big men are in there. Mavropanos is there. Alvarez is there. Emerson is there. Whipped in, is into that near post. Hits off. Mavropanos gets the goal. His first goal for West Ham United. It's 2-0. It's an absolutely lethal header from Mavropanos. Barring in. It is an exceptional header. He doesn't celebrate because, of course, it's his former club, but that is absolutely brilliant. Oh my God, that is such a good thing for us. 2-0. Come on, Mavropanos. What a bullet header. Jesus Christ. It's absolutely floating off the bar. The connection with the bar was so loud. James Ward-Prowse whips it into that area. Mavropanos arrives late, charges into that front post area where we usually find it. It's just ever so slightly out. And Mavropanos, as clean a connection as you're ever going to see, off the bar, off the post, and it's in. Come on. 2-0. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. First time we scored twice at the Emirates is the last time we won there, August 2015, which was, of course, the first game of the last season at Upton Park. Dimitri Payet, his first professional start for West Ham that day. Come on. Come on. Let's absolutely go. Richards. Listen, I'm not one to draw connections, Richard, but Mavropanos with his first goal as well. You love to see it. He was doing well earlier, the little dribble out there. He wanted it. He needed it. Ben Rama on the ball now, charging away. I tell you what, we get a play carried on. Alvarez, it was a nice idea from Ben Rama. Doesn't quite connect with it well. But Alvarez did get fouled in the build-up. Referee said play on, which was the correct decision. Alvarez puts in there again. Alvarez is having a stellar performance. Alvarez is looking brilliant, by the way. Awesomely done there. Up against it. Difficult position because he's still getting up from the foul earlier on. And then he gets up and just nods it away. Just sort of knocks it away nicely. Stops the counter from Arsenal. Heavy touch from Odegaard. And we can come away with the ball. Nicely played there. James Ward-Prowse first time into the path for Jarrod Bowen. Finds Saeed Ben Rama. Nicely done. Nicely done. I'm getting dangerously close to it, Fluffy. I can't lie. Did they actually? I missed that. Did they do that? Sorry, it was this one. Did we do that? I missed that. I didn't miss this. But you love to see it hammer time. Zinchenko into the path of Gabby Jesus, whose shot was high and wide. Again, they need to be playing faster, Arsenal. When they get into those positions, they need to be playing the ball quicker through the lines. They need to be keeping us out on our toes. When they tried to play it, when they tried to play it a bit slower, like they were doing at the beginning of the first half before Paqueta went off, it just wasn't working for them. You allow us to settle, you're not going to be able to get those opportunities. It was the right thing to do from Gabby Jesus. Again, you want to collect the ball, turn, pass it almost directly forward, really get into the difficult positions quickly, and then you want to be able to take those opportunities before they stop. Before they get closed out very, very quickly. So it's the right thing to do from Gabby Jesus, but the execution was poor. Hooked forward from Thomas Souček there, looking for Jarrod Bowen. In fact, it's not James Ward-Prowse. Offside, and Arsenal decides they take it quickly. Good interception from Kudus off a pass from Rice. A terrible pass from Declan Rice. Kudus out wide to Soufal. We take that. We take that off Martinelli. Thank you very much. We'll take that throw in. Soufal's shouting at someone. I don't know if he's shouting at the bench. I don't know what's going on. He was shouting at someone. Who knows? Maybe they knew. He's thinking about changing his allegiances. I don't want to hear none of this. I don't want to hear any of this. Oh, Danny DeVito supports Arsenal nonsense. I'm not interested. By the way, we instantly lose out from a throw-in. Shock. Not interested. Not interested. You know what I mean? He's clearly a hammer. Look how hyped he is. Look, wait. Look how hyped he is. He's buzzing. Look at him. He's loving it. As Craig David once said. Is that Craig David? Do you really like it? Is it wicked? Is that Craig David? Loving it. I can't remember. A Bowen worldie, Stevie B asking for the world. But listen, imagine. Don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves, though. Ben Rama picks up the ball. Because I'm finding myself getting too far ahead of myself. Kudus. Lays it back. Pressure on, stops Arsenal from going any further forward. Half an hour to go. That live win probability thing from the Oracle Cloud currently says 85% West Ham win, 11% draw, 4% Arsenal win. Stop dreaming. Stop getting ahead of myself. Arsenal looking for a pen. Stopped the play poorly there. If they carried on, they would have had the ball in a really good position, but they stopped. Good well from Emerson, who's gone backwards there. Played through the lines again to Saka. Good header away from Bonner. They look to try and cross the ball in. Doesn't quite work for Arsenal. Still have the ball in the corner quadrant on the right-hand side, looking to try and find some space. Declan Rice lays it in. Bukayo Saka looking for the long shot. Ogbonna with the block again, and then back heels it just to get it away. Arsenal on the ball still. Praise be to the Oracle Cloud. And whatever machinations it believes. Odegaard plays it out wide, looking for the crossing. Good block again. James Ward-Prowse as well. Big Lewis. Big. Also could be lucky. Whipped in. Headed away from Ogbonna again. Oh, and that's awful from Zinchenko. Straight into the path of Jarrod Bowen. Kudus is there on the overlap. Finds him. Kudus, this is a nice opportunity for a counter-attack. Again, these are the opportunities we've got to make work. Soufal was arriving late. He just didn't know about it. Finds Bowen centrally instead. We still have possession of the ball. Kudus goes down. That wasn't a foul, but we still have possession, thankfully. He's ogging it. He's ogging it like that. Oh, Alvarez, a little bit of an awkward control there. Thankfully, he gets a good goal side on his opposite number and stops the play from going a little further forward a bit too quickly. First mistake he's made all game, Alvarez. He's been beautiful apart from that. Good work from Jarrod Bowen battling for it. Oh, really good work from Jarrod Bowen. Mohammed Kudus is there. Once again, he's got Benny on the overlap. He tried to just flick it forward into the space. Good work. Good work. He's ogging it like that. Do you really like it? Saka, good block. I tell you what, Areola has somehow managed to keep that win in. I don't know how he has, but yeah. He's ogging it like that. How the hell we managed to stop that one from going out? It looked quite clearly out to me, but who knows? It's Angelo Ogborna. Sorry, it's in my head now. I apologise. Og's having a great game. He's having a great game, Ray. I agree. I agree. We're also nailing the tactics. I meant to click on that one, but I also agree with what Lee says here. I also think we're nailing the tactics. Arsenal going to make their first subs. A double sub. Martinelli's the first one who's going to come off. I think Nelson was one of the people coming on. And Nketiah. And Zinchenko coming off. Interesting. Okay. They're probably going to go with back three, you'd suspect, Arsenal. Zinchenko coming off alongside... That's a good opportunity for Arsenal coming forward. Saka looks to whip the ball into a dangerous area. The head is Darren. Areola collects it. Come on. Come on. Nketiah. There we go. That's accurate, I believe. Zinchenko and Martinelli coming off for Nketiah and Nelson. That was a really good opportunity from really good opportunity from Arsenal. The ball gets whipped across and they get a header on it, but thankfully, no real big connection on it. Dino. Mate, I'd be hyped for it. It's long been since we could chant that, you know. Bring it back. Arsenal attempting to play it through the lines. Again, we're just sat in that defensive formation. Asking them, go on and try it. Nketiah tries his first attempt to get the ball into the box. Can't quite manage it. Once again, Odegaard with a really nice turn. He's doing that's really nice from Odegaard. Think across. Header again from Arsenal and Gabby Jesus. I tell you what, they're getting opportunities. Crafted almost single-handedly from Martin Odegaard. Does absolutely brilliantly. And then Ben White, the dink across is really nice. And Gabby Jesus just pulls out wide just behind Sufal, who the ball is over. He can't get his header onto it, but his header underneath it goes high and wide. The third Dino. Apologies. Give respect. Give the man the respect he deserves. Starting to get nervous now. Sufal with the long throw. We gain those yards off it. I'm now fiddling with the remote control for the you know, the lights on the tree. Stevie, this is the sort of thing I say that gets everyone in the chat very scared. I agree with... I don't think they are, Stevie, but it's the sort of thing I say and everyone gets very shook. Both things very true. I think we can't let the game get too stretched. I agree with you, Thomas. I think you let the game get too stretched, all of a sudden they're going to be able to get in behind significantly more. We know what we're doing right now. We're playing the exact right football we need to. We're playing the right game plan. We've got it sorted right now. We just have to keep on it and keep strict, keep attentive. It's going to be a long, like another long 20 plus minutes, probably more like 25, even potentially 30, depending on how long the added time is. And we need to just pay attention to it, keep on it, and not let it get out of our hands, because right now it's in ours. I'm interested, overplayed that. I'm interested to see how bringing on Nketiah and Nelson changes up the way Arsenal play. It feels like they probably would have gone to a 5 at the back. Looking at that Mavropanos header again. It's a thing of beauty. It's a thing of beauty. And just making sure that we stay attentive to it, because obviously could be different vectors of attack. Now they have 2 technical strikers on the pitch. Nketiah, who, if I was them, I'd want to push right up there, really trying to push the play back, although he seems to be dropping deep. Well, one of him or Gabriel Jesus just pushing forward, trying to push that back line back, giving him the space, Listen, I'm all right with a bit of crap housery, Stevie. I'm not above that. I'm not above that, especially in a situation like we're in right now. I am not above that. Odegaard. They're playing it around in that right corner quadrant, looking for space. Odegaard is so good, by the way. That is brilliant from him. And the crossing is... They tried back heel at some point. It does not work out. I tell you what, that's well fought for Gabby Jesus, who goes down spectacularly after the fact. That is a bit pathetic from Gabby Jesus, but he does... I tell you what, I gave him credit for the initial burst in there. Brilliantly done. Physically getting in. Bang. Barging him off does really well. And then the way he goes down underneath the challenge from Kudus when he doesn't have opportunity to ball, bit pathetic. Can't lie. It's the way he looks at the ref. He's like, is the ref looking, like that. Bit pathetic. But he does well in the beginning. Oh my giddy gosh. Madman, how are you? Good to see you. Hope you're well. How's things? Long time no vibe. I said that and I regret it. It's going to be a free kick in a really good position for Arsenal. Corner quadrant. It's a difficult one to deal with. Thankfully, it was a god-awful free kick straight over the top and high and wide of over everything. Nelson, awful. We're fine with it. We're getting bell calls. We've had enough bell calls. Madman's come in, instant impacts. The bell's calls have happened, so we'll be lobbing a poll in chat saying whether or not we go for bell right here, right now. Bell. Yes, no. No stress, no messing. And while you're voting on that, like the video if you can. Helps us out massively. It means that when people type in Arsenal West Ham, we're the first one that comes up. So it'd help us out massively. We're at 614 now, to be honest. So listen, you've done your job. You've done your bit, if we're being honest. Cut out well. Vladimir Sufal. Nice pass into the path of Kudus. He's trying to hold him off. I tell you what, I don't know who that was who dived in there, but you love to see it. Of course it was Edson. Of course it was Edson. Just jumping in, no stress, no fear. I'll give the bell poll till like 72, let's say. Till 72, so I've got another minute. And then if the bell poll passes, I'll make the lights on the Christmas tree go crazy. Because why not? Ball forward, good header away from Emerson. Declan Rice shot from range. Angelo Ogbonna easily gets the block. Stevie B sees fate and he's like, no, I'm attempting. Good work. Very good work. Constant battling down that right-hand side. Kudus, Souček all getting involved there. Oh my God, a yellow card. Imagine the scenes for Nelson, who's just come on, dives in. Hey, he's ogging it. He's ogging it like that. Probably was a yellow card to be fair to him, but you know. Bell poll is going to come to an end in a couple of seconds' time. Let's give it 10 more seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. There was no consistency with that. 3, 2, 1. The poll comes to an end. Does it pass? Oh, this is a good opportunity. Ben Rama in there, hits it. Deflects upwards and away. Can't quite manage it. Jesus Christ, that was close. This is going to be a dangerous moment. This is going to be a very dangerous moment for the Arsenal counter-attack. Go on, Ogbonna. He's going to outpace. He's ogging it. He's ogging it like that. Get out of it. Lovely pace from Ogbonna. Nketiah, faster than him, not having it. Was he blitzing him? Yes, he was. Yes, he was. But that's fine. Emerson does well. I'll check the poll in a second. Passing it around. Right, we're passing it back. Right, poll. Where are we at? 25% say no. And 75% say yes. Bells. Right, I'll go get it now. Is there? Well, I'll go get it when play goes out. When the ball goes out of play. Passing it around in a minute. He needed that 20 yards. He needed that. He fully needed it. Saka plays it out wide to Ben White. Nelson in. Get good tackle from so foul. Shot comes in, deflects off again. Odegaard's. Edson says no, mate. Edson says no. Trossard. Good save, Areola. Good save. Didn't surprise me that the second Edson went off to do something else because there was so much to do. That's when Odegaard managed to play the ball. Because pre that was not happening, my friends. It's not happening. Time is of the essence. Needs must. Needs must. Oh. Oh, my lord. Ball Prowse. Emerson. Bell acquired. $15 to go. Odegaard looking for a space to shoot. Does from range. Very, very wide. Very, very wide. In we go, ladies and gentlemen. The silent snack in full effect. Madman came in. The game changed. Pow. Yes. Rolling back the years, the Dome himself. The Dome defiantly defending. Denying Arsenal. Big. Here we go. It's him. GP, one of the wilder things you've ever said. And let's be honest, there's a lot going on in that scale. But thank you very much for the £2. It helps us out massively. I'll add your name once more into the top bit in a second. He is. He does most games, but he is, to be fair. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Is that true? Did not know that. More reasons to love her. Didn't know that at all. Ben Rama loses out on that one a bit too easily, if I'm being honest, but there we go. Oh, good work, Saeed. Ref? You're not supposed to be able to take it outside. Ben Rama made sure the ball was still in play. There was 2 balls in play. Bollocks, mate. If they score from this, it doesn't count. I'm here for the crap housery. I'm here for the crap housery. And Ketia looking to play through the lines. Mavropanos. He says no. He says no. Emile Smith-Rowe getting ready to come on for Arsenal. Rice out wide to the left. Nelson on the ball. Plays it back. Apologies if you hear clicking and clacking for a second. GP, once again, thank you. Name in the top. Alongside all the other people who donated. GP himself again. Ray, Borum, of course. The Dagon Don himself. And Ado like Play-Doh. Massively appreciated. Helps the channel out massively. Saka looks to put it onto his stronger foot and straight into the hands once again of Areola. We take that. Yeah, I didn't see the score coming at all. I did not see the score coming at all, John. I said my heart was saying 1-1. My head was saying 2-1 Arsenal. And at this point, we've got 12 minutes plus stoppage time to go. Apologies, madman. Hope you are. I don't know what game you're talking about, unless you're talking about the one where you say the third game, which I assume is what it is. Which I apologise for. But thank you very much for the forward hitting. It helps out the channel massively. Not just myself, of course, Geo and Gonzo as well. Benrahma gives away a free kick there, battling with it. Gonna be a substitute. Cyber, good to see you. He was injured. Trossard coming off and Smith Rowe coming on. Yeah, he was injured in the build up, in the warm up before the game. They ended up playing him anyway. He played about half an hour before having to come off injured. So yeah, unfortunately injured. But good to see you. Hope you are. The goal scorers were Thomas Souček and Mavropanos. Thomas Souček from open play, counter attack. Jarrod Bowen with the assists, worth looking at because I'm not going to lie, it probably shouldn't have counted. And then Mavropanos, clean as you like from a corner, bullet header, should have counted. Beautiful stuff. Madman, let me get your name up there, sir. Let me get your name up there. Tell you what, Madman. Jesus Christ, Smith Rowe fires it just wide. Madman, you get your own line. Important. Big. For balance. Smith Rowe looking for the cross in. Sorry, Odegaard looking for the cross in. Smith Rowe arriving late, flying in, trying to get ahead onto the end of it. Can't quite do it. I tell you what, Odegaard is a very, very good footballer. Like, we knew this. Known it for a long time. He's a very good player. But no, nerves are getting there, Cyber. I'm all right. Gabriel finds Odegaard. Out wide to Saka, back into Odegaard. He's in that half space on the right-hand side, looking to try and pull it into strong foot. Good block by Jarrod Bowen. Now West Ham can counter-attack. Benrahma and Bowen just not linking up perfectly there, but we managed to win the ball back. Good work. Edson, just ping it. Yes, that's it. That's exactly what you want. Kudus charging onto it. He's not going to get there before Raya, but good work from us. Madman, thank you. It's very kind of you. Also, Hughes, 004. 004, secret agent, of course. A very nervous $5, 10 minutes. Come on, Hughes. Come on. We got this. I believe in us. Oh, referee says no. Saka went down again. He's begging for it, Saka, at this point. Oliver said no. Gabriel holding the ball off of... I don't think it's a pen at all, mate. Okay, two things happen there. The first thing is, let's be honest, he was desperate for the penalty and he didn't get it. He dives for it. Is what it is. Secondly, Gabriel Jesus, my man, was trying to pull off Ogbonna's shorts like there was no tomorrow. It was a wild amount of short pulling. We're gonna get a VAR check on it. If anything, it should be a free kick on Ogbonna. So, you know, we move. Yeah, you could say it's a yellow card from Saka for a dive. Really, I mean, I don't think it is a dive if I'm being honest, but I think he goes down very, very easily. Referee says nothing to be seen. No pen. We go again. Kudus forward, gets the corner. Good work. Good work. Thank you very much, by the way, Hughes and to Madman. Both your names in the top corner now. Madman is now on both lines. Running wild. Christopher, thank you very much for the £2. The boys deserve a result tonight. Come on. Thank you, Christopher. Very, very kind of you. I agree, they do. I think we've worked really, really hard for it today. Here we go. Corner, this time from the opposite side of where Mavropanos scored. James Ward-Prowse can't do the in-swinger, instead does the out. It's towards Mavropanos, who's in there with two different people. Jarrod Bowen looks to Christopher Cross. Name's in the top. Thank you very much, Chris. Christopher pings cross, headed away. Deflects out. Agilog Bonner collects. Good tackle. I think it was good. Saka goes down. Apparently it was a free kick against Emerson, but I think it was... No, okay, that was definitely a foul. Fair play, that was definitely a foul. I was wrong. It was a foul. Ignore me. Still here for it. Good work. But it was definitely a foul. 6 minutes plus stoppage time to go. Saka looking to try and cross the ball in wide from the right-hand side. Ben Rama gets the block. Alvarez gets the control, steams away from it. Good work. Good work, Edson. He's got Jarrod Bowen alongside and Ben Rama's there as well. He decides to keep it calm and play it back. See to play it well. Play it back calmly. We take calmly. Done it. Just keep possession. Keep possession. He does pass it to Areola, who's forced to kick it long, who's usually pretty terrible at that. Jarrod Bowen at least battles for it, but we do lose out on the ball instantly. You hate to see it. Where's with the $10? With the bell fund. Thank you. Where's thank you very much. We have a lot. We got bells in, thankfully. But listen, is there ever a time where you couldn't use more? Is what I would say. You know. Now my doctor would say yes, and you currently met that threshold, Charlie. Not listening to him. Thank you very much, Wes. Your name is at the top now. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Shot comes in, deflects. Smith Rowe straight into the hands of Areola. Straight into the hands of Areola. It's working. Jealous. Listen, if the people wanted it, you know, I'd be here for it. I'd be here for it, you know. There are lots of people leaving. I should say they've added it to the back end as well. I don't know if you can see it, but they've added it to the back end as well. So, Wes, it's your first ever super chat on live stream for us. Thank you very much. Massively appreciate it, sir. Didn't know that was a feature. I've only just seen it in the back end. I don't know if you guys can see it in the chat, but it's appeared in the back end. Thank you. Appreciate it. Out wide to Kudus. On the right-hand side, looks to cut inside. Strong touch. Can't go down. One of the Arsenal players goes down. After realising they're not going to get a free kick, gets up. It's Smith Rowe. It's just pathetic stuff, isn't it, really? I mean, one of our players has equally gone down there. It's probably going to do the exact same thing. It's just, it's one of my biggest pet peeves. It's Thomas Souček. He's streaming back. Emil Smith Rowe thinks he's safe. Here comes Jaws. It's Thomas Souček. He sees you have potato salad in his pocket, and he wants it. Emil Smith Rowe went down there. He's like, rah! And then the second he sees that the ball's not likely, he shot straight back up like nothing happened. I'm like, bro, please, I beg. Like, and I think Thomas Souček might have done the same thing. I didn't see the camera moved quick enough, but he probably did the same thing. Thomas Souček less likely to do it because he's Thomas bloody Souček, but you know what I mean. Looking for the 1-2. Odegaard looking for a shape, for a shot. Deflects. Areola collects. I'm hyped. I'm also very tired. I'm also the tiredness has really hit me in the last 10 minutes, I found. But you know. Come on. Considering that we lost our best player in the warm-up, tried to play him anyway, he ends up getting injured 30 minutes in and has to come off. As much as that's the case, I'm ecstatic about our performance tonight. Listen, it's been a long second half, but the goal comes at the right time, and we have done exactly what we've needed to do today. Exactly what we've needed to do. I'm ecstatic about this so far. 2.5 minutes to go, plus stoppage time, and Arsenal seem no closer to scoring than they did 80 minutes ago. If anything, less so. Out wide to Nelson, looks to try and cross the ball in. Bonner there, just bullying Nketiah. Doesn't do anything, but just his presence, the shininess of his head, just putting Nketiah off it. Good block from Edson again. I love Edson Alvarez. I love him. I wasn't going to say Hughes. I mean, I definitely wouldn't, because realistically, there's only one player here I wouldn't say is strong. Well, actually, our double centre backs as well, who one have scored and the others had a baller. So, you know, whipped in from Saka. Overhead kick from Nketiah. Come on. Straight into the hands of Ariola. No stress. No stress. I love him. He's just the best. He's just the best, you know? He's just the best. Thank you, madman. Let Scott know that I miss him and I respect him deeply. And use those words. Respect him deeply. But good to see you, bro. Hope you have a good one. Itchy nose. Good tackle, Emerson. Zombie Free, thank you very much for the £2. Massively, massively appreciate it. Happy days indeed, Zombie. Happy days indeed. We're going to get the stoppage time in a moment. Zombie Free, your name is in the top now. Massively appreciate it. Happy days indeed. Name should be appearing up there at some point very soon. How much stoppage time you reckon? It's a good question, Louis. My gut says... I don't know. It's all out of whack now. I would say five. Let's say 5, 6. Somewhere in the 4 to 6 range. Sure. Odegaard looking for the shot from range. Ariola. Up to it. Ariola matches it. Seems to be 5. It seems to be 5. I don't know. He hasn't listed up the thing yet, so maybe he was just changing it, but it looks like it's going to be 5. 5 minutes. 5 minutes of added time. Okay. Well, Saka looked to almost be injured from the kick there. Nelson shot from range, thankfully, high and wide. We take. See, because my brain was like, it's 4. But then my heart originally was like 4 minutes added time, 3-4 minutes. But then I was like, in this new modern day, we get a bit more. So then I was like 6. Turns out I was wrong twice and right the first time. So I was in the ballpark. 4 more minutes to go. And then Geo will, of course, be live, remember, with our review of the game straight after this. So if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe. We're the most consistent fan channel for West Ham when it comes to watch-alongs. We are here every single game. So make sure to subscribe, hit that bell notification button so you don't miss out on any of the future ones. We'll, of course, be here for Brighton, which is our next match. On top of that, like the video. It helps out massively. I mean, we've been absolutely flying for likes today. I can't lie to you. Odegaard looks to try and dribble his way in. Saka shots deflects up and high and wide. It's going to be a corner, but another good block. We've been absolutely flying for likes today. We're at 663. Ionix, thank you very much for the 199. Hang on, I need to bring it up on screen. I saw it on the other side. Thank you very much for the 199, bro. Charlie is always appreciated. Thank you. Very kind of you, sir. Whipped in, header over. Header over. It's going to be another corner, I believe. Saliba was close. Don't know who was that. Ali McCoy said Ward-Prowse. Maybe Ward-Prowse was the guy who headed away. Ionix. Crossed in, headed away again. Mavropanos headers that one away. Ionix, thank you very much. Your name is in the top corner now. Massively, massively appreciated it, bro. Big kick away. Nice turn from Smith Rowe there, to be fair. Under a bit of pressure. Does well. Lays it out wide. Gabriel hooks it in. Time and space to control it from Saka. Lays it short to Nketiah, whose shot gets blocked again. Headed away from James Ward-Prowse. And at this point, with 2.5 minutes to go, we're leading. I will now ask for your man of the match. Leave who you think it should be in the live chat. And as we scroll through and read them out, whoever gets the most amount of votes will win the Ham's Chat Man of the Match award. There is, of course, Science is not your god here. We are a vibes-based economy. It'll be just whoever it feels like has the most amount of votes as we go. Gabby Jesus in the box, looking to try and turn and late shot for Gabriel. They're lining up here, Arsenal, but so are West Ham to block it and clear it away. Thomas Souček with an interesting clearance there. Doesn't quite work out. We're not going to lie about it, but you know. And as I say that, remember that GOB live straight after this game. Declan Rice on the ball, trying to find a bit of space. He'll be live with his full match review straight after this. I'll be spamming the link at the end of the match, but currently it looks like it's going to be one hell of a party in that review. Saïd Benrahma trying to charge out to stop it. Odegaard in the box, controlling it. Good tackle from Saïd Benrahma, and it's out ball to Mohammed Kudus, who controls it, thinks about going down, but instead just decides to run with it. He loses out a bit too easily, but it goes out for a throw-in, which will take. Scrolling up to find the beginning of the man of the matches. Well, I'll do that. Let's go that. Apologies if I missed some of your man of the matches. I can see. We'll start from here. Just the Yank. Good to see. Says man of the match. Areola for me. I can see Oggy and Alvarez too. Areola. Oggy. Stephen. Appreciate you. They all have. Sufal's been immense. Ogbonna. Areola, Ogbonna, Sufal, Ogbonna. Ogbonna, Areola, Ogbonna. Oh! Penalty! And I think it might be Declan Rice who gives it away. I mean, that's what it zoomed in on, but Emerson is the one who wins it very happily on the floor. We have to look at the replay again there. I completely missed it because I was reading out Magdrapanos, Ogbonna, VAR. Ward-Prowse, Ogbonna, Declan Rice, he slips a little bit in the box, takes a touch, and it's clear as you like. As clear as you like. Declan Rice, all of the chat before the game, I can see Declan Rice scoring the winner, blah, 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 blah. Mate, he's just given away a penalty in the 95th minute. Mate, this is Saïd Benrahma. I tell you what, Saïd's got to take this. He's the best penalty taker we have. I don't know if anyone else is going to step up to it. Saïd Benrahma seems to be the guy. If he scores, this will be beautiful. First of all, just before we do that, congratulations on Angelo Ogbonna winning the Hammers Chat Man of Match Awards. Congratulations, bro, on what was a terrifying conclusion at first. He comes good and wins the Man of the Match, which you absolutely love to see. It's going to be a penalty to West Ham in the dying stages of the game. The dying moments. Saïd Benrahma to take. It's saved by Raya. It's saved by Raya. I tell you what, it's a really good save by Raya. It's a strong hit from Ogbonna. Raya collects the right, guesses the right way, palms it wide. We don't end up with a third, but we do end up with two. West Ham United 2, Arsenal 0. Huge. And somehow not 3, although it's somehow not a 3. I would have given it to Saïd Benrahma. He's our best penalty taker by far when Paqueta's not on the pitch. But listen, it is what it is. No complaints whatsoever from me. 2-0. Oh my God, insane. Right, here is the link. I'm going to start spamming it in the live chat now. Head on over because Geo will be live in a few moments time to do our live match review of West Ham United 2, Arsenal 0 in the Premier League. Remember to subscribe if you haven't already, because we're the most consistent fan channel when it comes to watch-alongs in the game when it comes to West Ham. Last 4 years, we've barely missed any. We've been here non-stop doing it. So make sure to hit the bell notification button so you don't miss out on any future videos, because we'll be back for Brighton. And like the video while you're here, because it helps us massively. And like the review. Head on over to that link. Spammed it in the chat just above. Head on over to it. Like that video. And once more, thank you to INX, to Zombie Freed, to Wes Cook, to Christopher Burstow, to Hughes, to Madman again, to GP, to Ado Like Play-Doh, to the Dagenham Don himself, Ray Borum, and to GP for all of the donations. Helps out the channel massively. Thank you very much. Once more, I shall spam it into the chat. If you aren't already, head on over to the full live match review. It will be live in just a few moments' time. West Ham United 2, Arsenal 0. Cheers, everyone. Go to the review now. Go to the review. See you later. Bye.